Sometimes, you know what? Sometimes you just gotta say, fuck it.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Sports.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
Welcome back to the Fuck It Sport podcast. How are you doing this week, brother?
Hanging in there. Little, gutters and strikes.
Yeah, that's true. Fair. We're going to try to stay consistent with these once a week. We had a little, 3 week break, but it happens. But we'll be here every week for the most part from now on. And we'll keep you guys updated. And go follow our socials at Fuck It Sports on Instagram, TikTok, and then subscribe to us on YouTube. And if you're listening on Spotify, subscribe to us as well. But let's get into it. What are we going to talk about first?
I think we're going to talk about first round NBA. We should talk about that. That's the most prudent, I think.
Yeah. Let's start with the Lakers. They're down 3-1.
Yeah, that was a little bit of
Shock.
definitely a shock.
Yeah.
You can make what you want about yesterday's call or not call, but stars have been showing up. Bench hasn't, but I think we were a little bit off on that one. That's probably our biggest. I wouldn't say swing and miss, but
for sure. Well, do you think LeBron comes back like in 2016?
Well, I mean, if you're talking about 3-1, I mean, it's not as big of a deal in the first round.
I think it just depends on how Luka plays.
Well, I don't know. That's not the issue. It's all entirely for the bench. The bench for me because
yes, but he's been playing poorly.
The starters have been averaging close to 80 to 90 points a game. That's plenty. That should win you games.
Yeah.
Their bench have been getting single, sometimes barely double digits outputs for the entire bench. That is inexcusable, especially for a playoff. I don't know if it's many young players.
They have the depth. They're just not playing well.
Yeah, it's just they're taking their basketball is streaks. You know? And sometimes you're on a heater, and sometimes you're on the exact opposite, and they're just they're playing cold. So
credit to Minnesota too. They've been playing great.
They're playing great. That block Mike Conley did last night, that was insane.
Yeah, that was
Look at that old man going on that old man. Also, more just the size differential.
Yeah,
but
that was crazy.
Yeah, no, I was surprised with that result. That's probably that and Indy.
Yeah,
the biggest
Indy.
Two surprises so far. I thought the Bucks' experience and maturity would at least help. Get them through the first round.
I said if Dame comes back, they're gonna win. Dame comes back for what, 2 games maybe?
Yeah, not even.
And he tears his Achilles, and
there goes the series basically.
I
and
said
Kuzma,
if he didn't come back, Pacers would win. Yeah, Kuzma's.
He posted the second worst stat line in playoff history behind Brent Barry.
He had
a
0,
0 in
25 minutes.
25. Yeah, the only one worse was Barry, and it was like 28 minutes or something.
That was atrocious.
What the hell, Kuz? This is not a track meet.
This is the playoffs, bro. Freaking lock in.
I know, or something. Get back in the gym.
OKC, that was well, I think I said they would win in 6 games, but they just beat the shit out of them every game. So
I think
for game 4.
Those 2 sweeps were the easiest.
And the Cavs.
The Cavs, complete domination. That was the easiest. Yeah,
but Ja didn't play in game 4.
I think some circumstances.
Yeah,
I think some circumstances helped the Grizz, but no, there was a clean gap between the Thunder and the Grizz, and that's why the score was roughly 115, 117 to 80-90 something every game. 80-90 something every game.
Yeah, they got shit on.
It was the same story. It was the same story. Different day, so not really surprised there.
The best series I think has been the Clips Nuggets.
Nuggets.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
the fucking Aaron Gordon
Dude, the
game
fucking
winner.
Yeah, dude, I
Aaron
can't believe
Gordon
that. I
game
mean,
winner.
Yeah, dude, I can't believe that. I mean, I think
my
it,
God.
I think it should have at least gone to overtime because
Yeah.
we needed more
from that game,
basketball
but,
from that
good for
game.
him on
But
making
good
game
for
winner.
him on making a game winner.
The Clips are gonna pull it out.
The Clips
Yeah,
are gonna
I
pull
just-
it out. I can
Yeah,
feel
I
it.
feel
just-
a difference.
I feel a difference.
Jeff Van Gundy leading the way.
Jeff Van Gundy leading the
it's
way.
No nonsense.
It's
Yeah.
no
He's got
nonsense.
Kawhi playing
Yeah.
like old
He's got
Kawhi.
Kawhi
Exactly.
playing like old
And
Kawhi.
Ty Lue.
We're not
And
hearing.
Ty Lue.
We're not hearing
The same kind of chit chatter.
the same kind of chit chatter like we would from James Harden or all the distractions. you know?
Yeah.
I think PG going to.
I think PG going to Philadelphia.
Underrated move.
Underrated
Addition by
move.
subtraction.
Addition by
Yeah.
subtraction.
I think
Yeah.
that was good for them.
I think
'Cause
that
he-
was good for them
He
because
takes up too much.
he takes
like,
up
many
too
shots
much,
when they
like
already
too many
have
shots when they already have Harden,
when
and they
Kawhi
have
is
Kawhi,
not
and
the
when
one
Kawhi
scoring,
is
they
not
play a
the
lot
one
worse.
scoring, they
No,
play a lot
absolutely.
worse.
Absolutely.
No,
He needs
I
to be
mean,
the one with the ball.
Like when
He
he's
needs
just
to be
playing
the one with the ball.
defense, man.
I mean, it helps.
It doesn't.
But they don't play as
I mean,
well.
it helps, but they
He
don't
needs
play as
to
well.
be-
But he needs
have
to
the ball.
be. He
Yeah.
needs to have the
Kawhi, the
ball.
way he's been
Yeah.
shooting the three.
Kawhi,
it
the way he's
reminds
been
me
shooting
of,
the three, it reminds me of
when he was on the Spurs.
when he was
Or
on
the
Spurs.
Raptors.
Or the
Spurs
Raptors.
or the
Because, I mean,
Raptors,
he made
Well,
some
both because I
very,
mean
very,
he made some
um,
very
hurtful threes.
hurtful
For me,
threes
when he was on
for
the
me
Spurs. So
when he was on the Spurs.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's okay, we got the last laugh again.
It's okay. We
love
got the last
Kawhi.
laugh again.
No,
I love
it's-
Kawhi,
There's no
man.
nonsense.
He's such a
His no
cool guy.
I love
nonsense.
him.
I
I
love
love
him.
that, like, you
And I love that, like, you
see him in the league and he's
see him in the league
smiling,
and
no
he's
nonsense,
no
just-
smiling, no
all
nonsense,
business.
just
And then you
just
see him
business.
ball.
And then you see him out,
living his life.
you know,
He's
just living his
smiling,
life,
laughing,
and
just
he's just
Yeah.
going laughing, just
So it's just
Yeah.
totally.
he has
So
this
it's just
compartmentalization
he has
where
this
it's like,
compartmentalization where it's
my
like
life,
you
my
do
job, and
my life,
I keep
my
them
job,
separate,
and I keep
I know, I
them
respect
separate.
it.
and-
Yeah, he's
I know, I
freaking
respect
cool
that.
dude.
Yeah, he's a freaking cool dude.
The Knicks Pistons.
The Knicks
Yeah, no,
Pistons.
I mean,
Yeah,
Surprise-
no,
I mean,
surprisingly, New York
Not
is up 3-1,
surprisingly,
but,
New
like,
York is up 3-1, but
based
like
off of
surprisingly,
how they
based
played,
off of how they
I mean, I
played,
thought it would be.
I mean, I thought it would be a little
closer,
bit
'cause the Pistons have been playing
closer
great.
because the Pistons have
that's
been
one-
playing great.
yeah, that's
Uh,
one.
Go back and
I like to
say I called
Go
last
back and
episode.
say I called last episode.
Knicks
Yeah.
definitely going to win the
Knicks
series, but
definitely going to win the
give
series, but Pistons are going to give them
them
everything they got. And I mean, every single game has been a
You think
scrap
it goes
fight,
to
and
7?
Do you think it goes to
no.
7? I think it goes to.
no.
I think they win one
It's-
more.
I think they win
It's-
one
I would
more.
like to say it goes to 6.
I would like to
but
say it goes
I
to
would
6,
not be
but I
surprised
would
if
not be
the
surprised if
Yeah.
the Knicks
behind Thibodeau
behind Thibodeau come up with a plan
comes up with maybe
that
some schemes,
comes up experienced
defenses
guys
that,
that Detroit haven't seen.
these inexperienced guys that
Just
Detroit
throws them off a
haven't
game a
seen.
little bit.
Yeah,
maybe-
true.
I
Just throws them off a game a little bit.
I could see
Yeah,
it going,
true.
ending in
I,
5, but
I could see it
no
going,
more than 6.
ending in
It's
5.
not going to
That
7.
But,
game
no
yesterday,
more than
the
6.
like
It's not going
final.
7.
That game yesterday.
minutes was
their, like,
insane.
Yeah,
final
no, it was just
2
complete
minutes
chaos.
was
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, no, it was just
We're getting
complete
some good
chaos.
playoff basketball.
Brunson
Good-
missed that.
We're getting some good playoff
He
basketball.
he
Brunson
missed that
missed that.
floater.
No, yeah,
coming
just a
downhill,
But
complete
he missed
woof.
that floater.
and then
No,
they
yeah,
just
but just a
go off.
complete
And
woof.
And then they just go
Detroit couldn't
off.
score.
No,
and-
I mean, it's all about momentum.
No,
Yeah.
I mean,
Basketball is a
it's
game of runs.
all about momentum. Basketball is a
Celtics
game of
Magic.
runs.
I mean, there's no
Celtics
surprise
Magic.
there.
Yeah, I mean,
I
Magic's
expected the
been
Magic
playing
to
well.
win 1 or 2.
Yeah, I mean,
I
Magic.
expected
Nah,
them to
clear
win
talent
one or
gap
two,
there,
but,
and even I mean,
clear
the
talent
C's can afford
gap
to
there. Even I mean that the
keep
C's can
Tatum
afford
out.
to
Yeah.
if you know and lose a star.
keep
And
Tatum out and
the way
Yeah.
Brown has been
lose a
playing this
star
season
and
is just. I mean, it's
the way
it's
Brown has been playing.
career
This
level.
season
I
and
mean,
last
it's-
season.
yeah, I mean, he's just he keeps
Career
stepping
level,
it
I
up.
He
mean,
just keeps getting better.
Yeah, I mean he's
I
keeps stepping
like
it up.
Brown.
You know?
Just keep
Yeah.
getting
Jalen
better.
Brown's a
dude.
good guy.
I like
Yeah,
Jalen
good
Okay,
dude.
guy.
the Rockets Warriors are playing right now.
Okay, The
The
Rockets,
Rockets are up
Warriors are
57,
playing right
56.
now. The
Oh,
Rockets are up
And
57,
Golden
56.
State is up
Oh.
2-1.
And Golden State is up 2-1.
it's,
I mean, we knew this was going to be a close series, so
I mean, we knew this was
I-
gonna be a
I'm
honestly,
still staying with
I
my
don't know,
pick
man.
for Golden State winning
I'm
the
still
series.
staying with
They're
my
up
pick for
2-1.
Golden
If they win this
State,
game,
winning the
it's-
series.
Yeah, it's
they're up
more than
2-1.
less
If
over,
they win
but,
this game, it's-
Yeah, it's more or
Um,
less over, but
How about the pot calling the kettle black
how about
with
the pot
Dylan Brown
calling the
saying
kettle black
Draymond Green is
with,
dirty?
Oh.
Dylan Brown saying Draymond Green is
Hi,
dirty.
that's the old
Like-
Spider-Man meme. You know what I mean? Like, hey,
Hi,
hey, hey,
that's
hey,
the old
hey,
Spider-Man
you know?
meme. You know what I mean? Like,
So,
hey,
yeah.
hey, hey,
They're
hey,
the
hey,
same
hey,
player.
you know?
Yeah.
No, it's,
The biggest
They're the
flop
same
in the
player.
history of the sport of
the
basketball is
biggest flop in
Dylan
the
Brooks
history of the sport of
at
basketball
Utah
is
when he was
Dylan
playing
Brooks
for Oregon.
at
Look it up.
Utah when he was playing
Dude,
for
Seriously,
Look it
the
up.
most egregious
Seriously,
flop
the most
ever.
egregious flop.
I
Ever.
mean, we're talking. I mean, what? 2016,
we're
2017. I mean, it's a
talking-
long time ago.
2016,
But
2017. I mean,
it
it's a long time
Is
ago.
so bad.
Oh,
it is
I've
a
seen it.
phantom
Is
block
so
or
bad.
phantom
It is a
call,
Phantom
I've seen
block.
and he got the call. It is so
And he got the
crazy.
call. It is so
what the shit.
crazy.
Okay,
What the shit?
let's watch this.
Okay. Let's watch this.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
He
It's all.
he didn't even make it look like natural. He just
It's all.
He didn't even make it look like
what do you
that.
mean?
No.
There's
It's- I
nothing
mean,
you can
it's- I
say
mean,
other
I mean,
than
what do
that
you mean?
he is a complete
There's nothing you can say other
clown.
than that
He's
he
an
is a
actor.
Yeah.
He's an entertainer. He should
clown.
be
He's an actor.
doing
He's an
the
entertainer. He
wrestling
should be
or something else. You know,
doing
not
the
basketball.
wrestling or something else. You
But
know,
also,
not
I feel
basketball.
like teams.
You need a scrapper
But
that
also,
can actually
I feel
play
like
basketball.
Yeah, true.
kind of need
Not
those
just-
players.
Oh,
No, you need
I
Matthew
gotta show you
Dellavedova.
freaking.
Draymond,
You
when
need
they
a
were
scrapper
winning
that
Golden
can
State,
actually play
was
basketball.
the Draymond from Michigan State.
Not just
Oh, I gotta show you.
They haven't really won since
Draymond, when they
Draymond
were
has been
winning Golden
his
State,
more,
was the Draymond
I don't
from
know what you
Michigan
call it.
They haven't really won. Since
Controversial
Draymond
self?
has been his more. I don't know what you call it.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it,
Controversial
but
self.
Jokic had a
Yeah.
flop where the guy
I don't know if I'm.
he ran into him, but he didn't even
Jokic had a
like
flop where
he had his hands didn't even push
the
him or
guy,
anything,
like,
and Jokic
he,
literally
ran into him, but
flew
he
backwards
didn't
and held his stomach like he
had
got
his hands,
punched.
didn't even push him or anything.
No, I mean the
And Jokic
the way the
literally
game is now is
flew
there's so
backwards
much
and held
acting
his
involved.
stomach
It's
like
like soccer.
No, I mean,
You know,
there-
where,
the way the
um,
game is now.
so much of it is
there's so
just
much acting.
The
involved,
ref
it's-
didn't
it's
see
like,
my knee,
soccer.
Yeah.
and he's
know,
down
where,
for 30 minutes
so
and he
much
gets
of
a
it
yellow
is-
and it's total
the ref
bullshit.
didn't
You know,
see,
some of these guys are just complete
He's
fucking
down
little.
for
Did you
30
see the
minutes
video,
and he gets
LeBron?
yellow.
No, I've seen
He's
that. Yeah.
holding his eyes.
No, no,
and he-
yeah, and then
he
he's like,
opens up.
"Hey, how we doing?" You know, I
Did
swear
you
to God,
see
that
the
guy's
video
just playing
of
chess.
LeBron?
I
No,
mean,
I've seen that,
Holding
yeah.
his eyes.
every
No, no,
player
yeah, and then
from
he's like,
any
"Hey,
era
how we
has said
doing?"
he could play in
I
any
swear to
era,
God,
and
that guy's just
I stand by
playing
that as
chess.
well.
I mean,
But
4K.
why not
Every
take
player
advantage
from
of the way
any
the game
era
is
has
played
said
now?
he could
That's
play
true.
in
That's
any
all
era.
it is.
I stand by
It's
that.
another
But why not take
a
advantage
piece of
the way
ammo
the
to
game is
use
played
in the
now?
arsenal. You know,
Yeah.
and
That's all
LeBron
it
is
is.
nothing
It's
but a guy
another,
that thinks.
You know,
He's
piece of ammo to
calculated.
use in
So
the arsenal.
you
know,
add another
LeBron
variable
is
into the
nothing but a
equation.
guy that,
He's gonna
thinks.
do all those
He's
formulas and
calculating.
shit,
So
and you know,
you add another variable.
figure out a
into the
game plan.
equation,
But
Yeah.
he's gonna.
no, he's that.
do all those
I don't know.
formulas
It was
and
either
shit
the
and,
season
you know,
before the bubble win
figure out a
or
game plan,
the
but,
bubble
no, he's
finals
that-
season.
I don't know,
Where
it was either the season before
him,
the bubble
Kuzma,
win
they
or
did
the
pretty
bubble,
goddamn bad
finals
flopping.
season
Yeah.
where
So, I
him,
mean,
Kuzma,
it's
they did
I think part of the
pretty
game, but
goddamn bad flopping.
I mean,
it definitely is now, but
um,
it's like
So,
no,
I mean,
it's gotten.
it
it's-
makes it harder
I
to
think
watch.
part of the
Well,
game,
yeah, I
but,
think that all goes to Adam Silver.
I mean, it
definitely
is
is now,
he's
but
made
it's
it less about
no,
an
it's
actual
gotten-
It makes
natural
it harder to
sport
watch.
and
Yeah.
more of
Yeah, I
a
think that all goes to Adam Silver,
choreographed
is
product.
he's
He
made
always
it less
refers to
about
it as a
an actual
product for
natural
entertainment and
sport
cool.
and more of
Jackass
a
commissioner.
choreographed.
No, I mean he's a
product.
fucking
He
moron.
always refers
you know?
to it as a product.
Not
for
quite. No,
entertainment,
the
and it's
single
like, dude,
stupidest.
It's a fucking sport.
What does that
If they happen to like it, cool.
Jackass commissioning, bro.
No, I mean he's a fucking
know,
moron.
that's story.
You know.
We
Okay.
are ready and we're back.
We're back.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
So we were just talking about Golden State and the Rockets.
The Warriors are up 8.
And it's been a pretty dominant start to the second half because Rockets were up 7 at the half. So you've had quite a pretty decent turnaround for the Rockets to only be scoring 5 so far. I mean, when the Warriors are locked in, and I mean,
Podziemski has 16.
that's great. He's picking up the slack for Butler.
Health of
'cause,
him.
I mean, and you know what's funny is people were giving Thompson shit for backing into him. Well, I mean, Green was blocking Thompson, and Thompson went into him. I mean, so I
Yeah.
mean, it's just. But the irony is, I mean, sometimes Green's overzealousness can come back to bite his team in the ass. You know, it's just
Dude,
sometimes it's
the
just.
Warriors used to be one of the dirtiest teams in the league. When they won their rings, they were dirty, dude.
Yeah,
Especially Draymond.
Yeah, everyone needs a scrapper of sorts. I don't want to condone dirtiness, but everyone does need a scrapper.
Well, a scrapper is different than just like blatantly.
Well, you need an instigator.
trying to hurt somebody.
Yeah. No, I mean, like sometimes it seems like Draymond is like this generation's Meta World Peace, or
Yeah.
formerly known as Ron Artest.
Oh, they're only down 3 now.
Well, I mean, we know it's going to be a close series. So I mean, it's just a
Yeah.
matter of streakiness. The way that they shoot threes.
So even if the Rockets win this game, you still think the Warriors?
Yeah, I would say if the Rockets win this game, I think it's still going to be the Warriors in 7.
Okay.
But if Warriors win tonight, I say it's over in 5. I think the Rockets will have been
Yeah,
kind of beaten, knowing
that's fair.
3-1 is pretty insurmountable. But I mean, they are a really great team playing above their expectations, and Udoka has done a great job with such a young squad. So
Yeah.
everything that they're here, it's all icing on the cake. So
Just based off of experience.
I think
Golden State.
Warriors wins, but I wouldn't be surprised if they got it to 6. But I'm going to say Warriors in 5.
Yeah. Well, good deal. Is there anything else with the playoffs?
I mean, it's not really playoff related, but Dame's injury really throws
Oh, yeah.
quite a lot of wrenches into Milwaukee's short-term and long-term future. It's going to be
Do
a
you
very
think-
interesting offseason.
Do you think they trade Giannis?
The question is if Giannis demands a trade.
I feel like they might just trade him because they're kind of screwed now.
Depending on
Don't
what happens
really
with
have
Lillard.
many young players.
Yeah, no, I mean, they don't really have a lot. And the way that Kuzma's been playing, he's lost a lot of assets, are old or injured, or Giannis. So, yeah, that's just predicated on what happens with Dame. But if they were smart, they could do something like that because, again, you're thinking long term. You've already won a ship, so you've achieved the pinnacle with this
Yeah.
core, in that window. So
It's like the same shit. They got KD and they haven't done shit. The
Yeah.
Bucks got Dame and they haven't done shit.
yeah,
I mean,
but
it's kind of different, but
I equate the Suns more to a better version of the Jazz, except for the Jazz
Yeah.
didn't go as all in
yeah.
on right now. Literally leveraging the future of the franchise.
hmm
The best thing about the Suns right now is the fact that Ashiba made concessions affordable.
Cheap.
That's the best thing about the Suns season for me.
Yeah, that was a terrible season. I don't even want to.
Going on the Suns, Durant or Booker's getting traded.
I think it's Durant. I think
Yeah,
He's
but
either
Booker
gonna-
has more value.
I think he's gonna request a trade, or they're just gonna trade him. I mean, he's old.
Or shock this,
Might as
maybe
well
they
get-
just blow it all up.
They trade everybody.
I mean, Beal is washed.
Dude, why did they re-sign Beal?
Yeah,
That
I
was
don't know.
so
I don't know. It's so stupid. So
Oh
they're
my
dumb there.
gosh.
But Booker is what, year 12, year 13 now? It's something like
I
that.
think he's
and
year 10.
well, if it's only year 10, okay. He's basically at the point though where
Yeah, you either keep him.
you need either capitalize when he's at the max of his prime, which would be like right now,
Yeah,
and build your future. Because, again, like you said, they don't just have not have picks now. They don't have picks for a long time.
yeah, exactly.
So at some point, maybe you take a short-term setback for a long-term gain. And, yeah, I just – you're not going to get as much of a haul for Durant. He's 36, 37, and is he how many injuries? He's not the same, and is he actually?
Well, he's not the same, but he's still
He's still
Kevin
great.
Durant,
No, he's still KD. But the real question for me though is he actually a winner? Is he actually someone you want in your locker room? Because Warriors, we all know that they didn't need KD. They won without him. He needed to go there to win the ship. It's been bad luck, bad juju, whatever you want to call it, and success hasn't followed.
That's true.
Doesn't matter, and it's not for a lack of trying or talent. He's had some of the best big threes, core talent to work with, and even depth at some point. It's just they just don't win. So is he really deserving of max money this late in the game? I would say no. And especially if you're not going to be giving him.
But
first,
I still think
you're going to get first
you
round picks for
can
KD.
get a good amount of value out of him. I think you can get first round picks out of him.
I don't think you get first round. I think you get like 4 or 5 seconds.
No.
Nah, because here's the issue.
I think you get at least one first.
Okay,
plus players or
first
a
that's
bunch
protected.
of seconds.
A protected first.
You don't think an unprotected first for KD?
It's at this point in the game.
Some team would.
I wouldn't be surprised if he also retires.
No.
No, I'm just saying.
He's not going to retire until he's 40, dude.
I'm just saying. We're at this point in the career, though, where if the mind isn't in it, they're gone. So I'm just saying.
I think if he doesn't get traded, he's going to retire.
If they don't trade him?
Yeah.
Because, I don't think he's coming back.
Because he's not going to do anything in Phoenix.
No, he's not going back to Phoenix.
Yeah.
That's a for sure. It's interesting.
It's either
they're
he retires or
seriously
he's
in limbo, and it's fun to watch.
They're screwed. They shouldn't have traded for him in the first place.
I agree.
But whatever, man.
They made a choice, and they've had to live with it.
Well, that's about it with the NBA right now.
No,
I mean, we just got to wait till the end of the first round.
Yeah, we might know a little bit more later this evening. We'll find out. How about Talladega yesterday?
That was fun.
Yeah, I watched quite a bit of that with my dad.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was watching it, there was about, I should say the last part of which I was watching for a great portion.
Mm-hmm.
There are 45, 47 so laps to go. Hamlin was in second. And so I left and had to come back. And by the time I came back, Hamlin was in low 20s. And I was like, what in the fuck?
Yeah, he finished 21st.
No. But what's crazy is there's a 2-1 to win.
Yeah.
And I was going, dude. He was but Cindric, he drove well. Larson's had a pretty good season so far. So is Byron. Not winning a whole lot, but your podiums or in top fives.
Yeah, getting points.
Absolutely. Elliott, Noah Gragson was the big surprise there.
Yeah, he had a good race.
Led 0 and still came out. Started 27th. That's a pretty damn good. But Chase was even just as good. Started 30th. Ended up 5th.
What's your predictions for Texas?
Tough. Texas, I can feel it. It's almost like a Daytona or a Talladega where it's totally up in the air. There's certain tracks where you go to Sonoma. There's certain racers that just have a edge. And the road ones, or New Hampshire, Dover or whatever. Hamlin fucking loves that track. So certain ones have favorites, but no, Texas is one that is kind of always up in the air. So when that's the case, I tend to go with veterans. So I'm going to, as much as it pains me, I'm going to go Busch will be a top fiver.
You think he's gonna win though?
No.
Yeah.
His leading days are done, but he's going to do well. But I don't know. Logano will do well there. You know, it's really just when it comes to that, it's does any kind of weird thing happen? Does a crash happen? I just think when it's kind of an anyone's game, that bodes well for experience. But
do you think Elliott defends from winning last year?
No, I would almost any race. I would take the field over the incumbent
winner.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a solid bet. It's just it's one driver versus what 39 others.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take 39 to 40. Okay.
I don't know. It's definitely tough.
What do you think?
Oh man, I agree with Busch being top 5, and that he's not gonna win, but he's still definitely good enough to get top 5.
That also, I mean, isn't Jimmy Johnson back out there?
Is he?
I think he's back out driving. So. No.
I don't think he is.
Oh, I swear I thought Jimmy Johnson was driving.
I might just go with the favorite and go with Kyle Larson.
1 out of 40. It's not good odds, but I respect it.
It's fair. But we'll see.
You got to risk it to get the biscuit.
Exactly.
As Han Solo says, never tell me the odds. How about F1?
Let's check it.
Saudi Arabia happened actually kind of right after we were doing it. Piastri won again. McLaren is just fucking dominating.
Yeah.
And
dude.
How about Verstappen is just being cagey as fuck.
Yeah.
I think he's gone after this season.
From Red Bull?
Yeah. The way he's just avoiding it, being defensive, argumentative almost to reporters. He's avoiding it. So it's clearly it's affecting him. But I think he's upset that Red Bull is being out, supplanted by McLaren this season. But I mean, you cannot hold that against Red Bull. Red Bull has been the pinnacle for so long.
Yeah.
But that's F1. Every so often, I mean, look at Mercedes. They were the pinnacle for so long. Yeah, some of that's Lewis, but I mean, it's also the team. It's the car. It's the engineering. It's literally so much where you have
it's a full process.
You have a window
system
where you're ahead of the field for a while. You have to milk it, and then one of the other two, at the time, will catch up and supplant you.
Yeah.
McLaren hasn't had a run like this since the 90s, and Piastri is just really dominated. Norris has lived totally up
Lando
to...
got 4th.
Yeah. I mean, McLaren is... And we'll check, but I already know that McLaren is dominating the Constructors' Cup. It is just... It's almost... Right now, it's already almost like a battle for second.
Who's going to win Miami?
That's a little bit tougher. Miami is always a little bit more of a anyone's go. Miami, Vegas have kind of really proven to be any go, but McLaren has shown me that they are the top dog this season, and so I'm gonna go. I think Norris wins,
dude. Oh my god!
But
McLaren
then I think Ferrari podiums too.
88 points, and the second is Mercedes with 111.
Yeah, see, that is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a battle for second. It's a battle for who's going to get third. First seems to already be in the books, and we still have quite a bit of the season to go.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be Red Bull or Ferrari's going to get third.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But I think Max podiums, and then I say either Charles or Lewis podiums, because
Yeah.
Ferrari has seemed to figure out whatever blah hiccup that was, and then they've been on a really good pace since then. So Ferrari, it's usually they just have to not beat themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Miami's tough.
I know, man.
And like you said, Miami and Vegas are tough.
They almost always have different winners. The
Yeah.
only one that was like consistently winning was Max, but again,
Dude, I'm gonna go with a freaking half-court shot and say Lando or Leclerc wins.
well, you can't go half court if I already picked Lando.
You picked Lando?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll
No.
pick Leclerc.
Yeah, and see that totally makes sense, and that's not totally half court. Half court would be like,
That's like a.
how
it's
about
like
Carlos Sainz wins for Team Williams on the
free.
home turf?
Oh yeah.
That's
That's a
a half
half-court
court shot. But it's realistically seemably feasible because Team Williams has more points this season than they already had last season combined.
What if Hamilton wins?
Yeah, I could see it. No, I mean,
That would be cool.
it's race to race. It's really just been a difference between just who's been feeling it more between Hamilton and Leclerc.
Dude, Piastri's been in the top 3 in every single one except for the very first race.
I know. And then wasn't that Lando's win the first race?
Yeah.
So basically, McLaren. That's the theme of the season. But I mean, good for them. You know?
They've literally won. They've won every single one except for Japan.
It's like they're playing F1, man. You know what I mean? Like they're just
Yeah.
playing the video game, and it's like, hey, man, we're gonna win every goddamn cup. Is it realistic? No, it only happens in video games. Well,
God, dude,
ask
we're
Team
still
McLaren.
so early.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So I mean, it's still anything can happen, but to be
they
up
have a lot of
70
points,
points
man.
up ahead this early is in fucking insane.
Yeah.
So hats off to McLaren, but that's F1 has such a good job of being. Yes, there's parity to a certain extent, but it's just consistent competitiveness. You know, they always seem to rotate. It's a very good cycle.
Yeah.
Better than a lot of, because there's always like the big three, but there's usually just a cycle of it. You know, Aston Martin shows up every so often.
Yeah.
You know, and
It's just kind of random
yeah.
sometimes.
Better than the NFL or the NBA MLB where it's Dodgers, Yankees, Dodgers, Yankees, Dodgers.
Yeah.
You know, it's where it's money buys in. You know.
This has been a good season so far. though.
No, I've really been enjoying it. I think the deal that F1 did with ESPN, as much as ESPN's been kind of lacking in quite a bit of areas these days, it's a shitty product.
Yeah.
But the deal that F1's got for the exposure, you're getting so many
It's
people
perfect.
watching it, talking it. The Vegas Grand Prix, while the numbers from year 1 to year 2 were bad, but it has helped the sport within America. And I mean, again, I love F1. I don't give two fucks about IndyCar.
Yeah.
So, and we've had that for forever. So I mean, F1 is a different game, and it's like arena football for me for whatever
It's
reason.
a lot different, yeah.
And so, I'm excited for the rest of the season. I've been Team Ferrari my whole life, and Leclerc has been a good role model for F1, at least in my eyes. And Verstappen he's a prick. He
I
has.
like Verstappen.
No, he's nice, but the quiet stoicism went from kind of respect to arrogance.
Yeah.
And
But it's viable, dude. He's
I mean, you
been
need it
so
sometimes.
dominant.
But it's but Lewis
besides
was
this
dominant,
year.
and he wasn't that much of a cunt.
Yeah, true.
So I mean, maybe that's just what is he? Czech, Croatian?
I don't even know.
I don't know, but I mean, he's definitely. Fuck. Now I feel like a dick, but maybe it's his upbringing versus Lewis's British upbringing. No, that's what I'm just saying. Maybe it's
It
just a
could
cultural
be.
difference. Maybe he's not being a dick, but we think he's being a dick.
Yeah.
It's
just
hey,
being himself.
it's just my face. I'm sorry. Butters, you better wipe that stupid face off your lip, or so fucking help me. Well, I'm sorry, Dad, but that's just my face. It's stupid, you know. I'm sorry.
Oh, I fucking love South Park. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Good things
I
coming.
like him, man, but he's kind of back, I guess.
Guess what time it is now?
What the fuck? Moment of the week.
What the fuck?
Let's start with yours.
Okay. I don't think the weekend could have gone more badly for one person, and that is Mel Kiper Jr. I think most of us were already kind of tired of him anyways. I mean, it's been the same fucking shit and look for years. But no, I think this year especially, that fucking little temper tantrum he had for Shedeur, and we'll get to Shedeur in a minute, but that temper tantrum he had, so many of his fucking peers lost it. Louis Riddick fucking on air just went off on him. Went fucking thank you, Louis, because you don't fucking cry like a fucking baby bitch. I mean, what the fuck is that? Do you have a personal stake in that? Fuck. What, did you put money on it? What's your fucking deal, bud? You know, I think someone should look into his fucking personal, dabblings. If he's that fucking upset about it, my fucking Christ. If ESPN was any kind of fucking smart, they would separate themselves from him after this.
Yeah.
Because it is a joke. I lost all sorts of respect for him doing that kind of shit. So what the fuck, Mel?
Yeah, fucking crying about Shedeur. Some bullshit.
He should have been a top 5 draft pick. He should have dropped. Oh my god.
Fuck off. All right. My what the fuck moment of the week was the son of Jeff Ulbricht's prank call on Shedeur. I thought it was pretty funny, but that's still pretty fucked up.
It's fucked up. I think the way Shedeur fell, and again, we'll get to that, but I think the context makes it even more of a fucked up thing.
Yeah.
He kept falling, so it's even more.
It would have been I think it would have been okay if it was he was getting a prank call in the first or second round or whatever, and it wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's in poor taste no matter what. That's bad form.
Yeah, but
you're not gonna not gonna prank call someone. For me, that's on the same level of say your kid is, dealing with a broken limb or is sick in the hospital. It's hey, we have the results back and they came back great. Just kidding. You don't mess with certain things. And I think that's just that's a low blow. Because he's already being humbled through that experience. You don't need some little pompous, little spoiled prick of a fucking. I mean, what the defensive coordinator's son?
Yeah.
Come on, bud. I guarantee you've been handed everything because your dad works his fucking ass off.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
And what you think? Just because your dad has the numbers, you oh no, nothing's gonna happen. It's gonna be funny, dude. And then you post a fucking video about it.
Oh yeah.
You're an idiot. You both are. You deserve fucking what you get. And I hope. I mean, I don't know if they can press charges of some kind, but do it.
I don't. How would they press charges on a phone call though? I don't think.
I don't know. I'm just. I mean, it's not defamation.
I mean, he put an apology on his Instagram story.
Oh, you mean the team's attorneys, paralegal, came up with that ChatGPT helped her, right? What a world we live in.
Yeah, that was wild.
It was, but that is a perfect segue into our next topic.
Yeah, the NFL draft recap. Should we just go straight into Shedeur?
Nah. First off, we got to give ourselves a little tip on the cap, and we'll put a link in this later. But at least for the first round, we were almost dead fucking
It
on.
was fucking good.
And
Guys,
I
we
mean-
were smart.
yeah, I mean, this is the tip of the cap. I don't do it too often. This is one of those times where you're like, hey, I hit all the parlays.
We should have bet on it.
Yeah, we really should have. The only difference is I had Dart going higher, but I mean,
Wait, didn't you have him going to Pittsburgh?
yeah, I had him
Yeah.
going to Pittsburgh because that's where I figured, because I didn't think, I just didn't think Kellen was going to draft a quarterback that early. And he didn't. He very smart for his first draft.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought that Pittsburgh was the next in line, and again, it just became a matter of team fit.
Yeah.
And obviously the talent is comparable, I think. I mean, Shador has talent. No question.
Yeah.
Just in terms of talent,
Yeah.
I think Dart is a smarter player, and that's where the difference will come in.
Exactly.
No,
And
I
the
just think he fit
personal
the culture.
stuff,
He
yeah.
fit the culture better. So that's where I had him going. But
But I still think the Steelers
it's
made
also
a good pick.
when we made our picks, it was a no trade draft. So that's
Yeah,
the one thing we
exactly.
can't really take into
But
account.
what's also kind of crazy is that we still somehow picked Mason Graham and Hunter correctly,
Oh yeah, no, knew that, and Ward. I mean, we picked that. I mean,
even though it was the different teams. It was the same spot. So
yeah, I mean it's crazy. The biggest thing there that I'd say that and it's I don't think through any fault of our own, is Will Johnson sliding. I mean that's not our fault. Will is a first round fucking talent and should have easily gone. Same with Mike Green. We'll get to that, but
should have been fucking top
second
15,
round,
top 10.
my God.
Mike Green should have been top 20, top 15.
No, again, I can handle that. Like it's like Dalton Kincaid, right? He should have been drafted easily top 15, top 10 last
and
year,
he fell.
and he fell to the 25th. All right, you can handle that kind of slide, fine, whatever. But
But
falling
to the second
Jalen
round,
Johnson, same thing. Should have been first round pick, and he fell down to like the 59th pick.
Yeah.
Fucking
insane,
atrocious.
dude.
Best corner in the NFL right now, and he slid just because of what?
Maybe second best. Pat Surtain.
Jalen for 2 seasons plus has allowed a passer rating less than if you just threw it at the ground.
Dude, Pat Surtain is the best corner in the NFL, without a doubt.
Nah. We'll agree to disagree on this one.
Okay.
Because again,
He
you
won-
can throw.
He won Depoy.
That
You
doesn't
can't
matter.
go
That's
against
media.
it.
Nah, that's media. That's media. Okay.
No.
Nah, that is totally media. Look at Jalen. If you threw the ball at the ground all season, you would have a better passer rating than if you threw it at Jalen fucking Johnson. And that's for 2 seasons in a row. And that's with Caleb Williams as your quarterback this year, and you still did it.
Yeah, but that's
That just means you're on the
offense.
field. No, that just means you're on the field a lot
Yes.
because again, but no. Watch, he has become.
Pat,
He
he's
is
good,
this
dude.
generation's Revis Island.
You think so?
No,
You think he's that good?
Since he's come into the league, he has shut down that side of the field. It is not even
Okay.
like this isn't bias. This is just he has shut down that side of the field.
He's been good, yeah.
The only reason is because he's not a flashy guy. He doesn't talk. He doesn't make a big deal about himself, so you don't really hear shit. Look
But
at Sauce, right?
Neither does Pat.
No, I
you
know.
know?
Pat gets the difference is Pat gets more INTs. Jalen gets more PBUs. But Jalen picked up his INT numbers this year too. So I mean, it's with INTs, it's a fluke thing. Sometimes
Yeah.
you have 5, sometimes you have 9, sometimes you have 2. It's
That's like when Diggs had like
yeah.
9 or
It's
whatever.
it's receiving touchdowns and INTs are like the same things. You can be targeted as 30 fucking times, and you come down with 8 of them. That's great. And then sometimes you might be targeted 15, and you come down with 6.
Yeah,
It just depends on what it is. So
it's true.
no, I'm not surprised.
I don't know. I just think skill wise, overall, Pat is better, but I think Jalen has had the better rating.
I think Pat gets more media talk because of the INTs and some of the pick sixes.
Yeah, but
But-
he didn't have that many.
Well, it's the time and the place. He had a couple that won some games, and it was.
Yeah,
it's in the league, it's not just what you do, it's how and when you do it. And Jalen is all substance and no style at all, which is why he's in Chicago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's grind, put your face down. We go down. We play Chicago Bears football.
The Bears.
The Bears. You
The
know what I'm
Bears.
saying? But I've just been. Oh, he's a quietly impressive player, and
Yeah. He's great.
He's no different than Champ Bailey. He's going to be this generation's Champ Bailey.
Yeah. That's fair to say.
Because easily the best corner of that generation, but there were like 3 or 4 that got talked about more simply
Yeah.
because they were either more flashy or on bigger market teams,
I don't think he's better than Pat, but we'll agree to disagree.
Watch his game. You're not familiar with his game.
I don't watch the Bears.
I don't watch the Bears, but I watch
don't
Dylan
watch
Johnson
the
film.
Bears.
See, that's the one thing where like Utah Twitter is great because we have such a great fandom on Twitter, and we pro Utes we so many hashtags, always up to date on like, hey, there's a highlight of a
NFL
Jalen
guys.
Johnson or a highlight of a Zach Moss or a highlight of Tyler fucking Huntley. Yes.
What is he still on the Ravens this year, or did he move? I thought he
Last
moved.
year he went Cleveland, then Miami, then back to the
that's right.
Ravens.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure he's still with the Ravens. It's
Yeah.
it's the perfect offense for him because again, this Lamar and him were high school, like it was either teammates or like I want to say rivals, but they were like best friends,
Something
right?
like
But
that,
they
yeah.
played against each other, and I've always maintained that Tyler is the better passer of the two.
Then Lamar.
No. Lamar has talent of throwing.
Now?
Tyler. Oh yeah, still. I still maintain it. Here's the difference. Tyler.
Dude.
No.
The Utah.
This is not it.
glaze
This is
crazy.
not the glaze.
This is the glaze.
This is not the
This
glaze.
is the biggest glaze
No, it is
of
not.
all time.
No, it is not.
This is the biggest bias
No.
I've ever heard in my life.
No, this
You're
is
saying Tyler Huntley is a better passer than Lamar.
Yeah.
Dude, Lamar has improved his passing so much.
Yes, but Tyler has already been there, and he's improved his passing as well. Tyler
He hasn't played.
No, I know, but that's the
So how's
difference,
he
though.
improved?
Because it's mechanics. It's off-season stuff. You know what I mean? So you could still have a chance to improve that stuff.
Yeah.
But imagine him with the ones of a team. That's what I'm saying. You give him that fair chance, that full opportunity, he would do just as well as Lamar would. I'm not saying this first like in his first full season or whatever.
No way.
But I guarantee you, like after say you gave Huntley the Ravens for a season. Humor me here, okay?
He did almost. He had them for like half a season.
No, he's started like 6 games total for the Ravens in his career or something. Now, mind you, he doesn't have a great winning record because it's the circumstances
He's
of
a
which.
backup.
Well,
And
that's
he's not better than Lamar.
I didn't say he's better
Passing
overall
wise.
quarterback. No, passing wise, I still say Lamar might be a better overall quarterback, but I still say on the scale of passing, just in terms of processing, mechanics, overall throwing ability, Tyler. Tyler could throw the deeper ball too. Again, seriously, follow this kid out of Hallandale High. Okay, I know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
But all I'm saying is he's a better passer. I'm not saying better quarterback,
Okay.
anything like that. If you put him on a full season, I guarantee you they would have a winning record the first season, and then they would be a playoff team easy, if not more, the second. I mean, if it's again same teams.
No way.
It's they're very, very similar quarterbacks.
They're similar, but the skill is completely different. The skill
Lamar
level
is a better
completely
quarterback. I
different.
agree, but and it's because of his elusiveness and his ability to throw on the run. Tyler's good at that too, but he's not as much of an elusive playmaker. Tyler can escape some stuff. No, I'm just saying, dude. There are some plays I could. We'll pull up some stuff. We'll pull up some stuff.
Okay, so then why didn't he start? He started a game for the Dolphins, right? Or did he start a few?
He started a couple.
Yeah,
after he got pulled off of the practice squad.
All of them?
Yeah, with literally, that's not his fault. He had less than 2 weeks to know the offense. He was signed off of the Cleveland practice squad, so he didn't even know the offense when he started. It was his Thursday game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So there's 4 days. You don't even have an install. You don't even know what the fuck the offense is. They literally just put him out there. So, okay, definitely the first one. That's not your fault. Second one, yeah, he choked a little bit. But again, it's still, you only know an offense for a week and a half. There's going to be some big shit. And then you also, at that same time, that second game, that's the Tyreek Hill quitting game. So distraction.
What do you mean?
You know, when Tyreek just up and walked out off the field. Yeah, so just Miami was cursed with distraction, drama. Just it was just a bad off year for Miami.
Dude.
No, I'm just saying.
Tyler Huntley is good, but he's not a starter. If he was a starter, dude, he'd be starting. He'd be on a different team and he'd be starting.
I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying how many times have worthy quarterbacks also not gotten the fair opportunities?
I guess, but there's a reason for that. Obviously, the other guy's better.
Well, I don't know. He's worked his way up from undrafted free agent all the way up to this. So.
Yeah, but he's not starting.
No, I know, but it still takes. I mean, what year is it now? I mean, it's.
How old is he now? 20.
He came in a year, I think.
Isn't he 27 or 28?
What's Lamar? Because he came in. They're the same age, but Lamar came in a year before. Because obviously. Big production.
27.
Louisville. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna say year 6, year 7 max in the league.
He's still on the Dolphins.
Oh, he's still on the Dolphins?
Yeah, I think they re-signed him.
Oh well, I mean, good for the Dolphins. I mean, that's good for him too. I mean, that's getting to play in front of family.
Better chance than the Ravens.
Well, I just mean, again, that's as close to getting to play in front of home as you can.
Oh, yeah.
For him. Although I couldn't tell you personally what's necessarily closer to Hallandale, Miami, or Jacksonville, but I'm going to assume Miami.
So Lamar's 28.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they were like rough, if not the same grade, a year apart. But
that's kind of crazy. Joe Burrow's 28 years old already.
Already?
Yeah, dude. He's been in the league since 2020. And he's as old as Josh Allen.
Well, I mean, again, yeah, he was a fifth-year quarterback?
That's just weird to think about, yeah.
Well, I remember Brandon Weeden got drafted, and he was 27, 28.
Yeah.
It happens sometimes.
That's just like Tyler.
Show. I'm pretty good with pronunciation
He's
sometimes.
26.
Shuff. Yo, my best memory of him is the shootout they lost when he was at Texas Tech at Wyoming. Yeah, that was no, I mean, it was a good game. I mean, Wyoming every so often plays decent, you know what I mean? But what the fuck you do? Texas Tech should fucking win that game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And but I mean, it's Texas Tech. They're a program that, I mean, look at that. They had fucking Patrick Mahomes, and they had one winning season his entire career. And you also had Cliff Kingsbury, and you had the same amount of money that you have in Lubbock, anyways. You know, whether it was legal at the time or not. Like, hi.
I don't know how they didn't win.
How do you do less with more I don't know. They're the Big 12's Texas A&M now for the
Yeah.
SEC. Where,
Yeah.
hi, we spend more than anybody, yet we fucking produce a milk sandwich. Like, what the fuck?
Exactly. Who's Tech's quarterback this year?
I have no fucking idea because they're almost like an entire new roster. They have the number one transfer because they've spent the most fucking money.
Baron Morton.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Don't even know who that is.
Nope. So that's probably
Is he
means he was a
junior?
backup or something.
Yeah.
Texas Tech, doesn't matter who the fucking quarterback is. Ever since Mike Leach, they always have just a sling it quarterback. You know, they just find it.
Yeah.
Yo, get this. Just random college football thing, but Branson of Oregon State apparently still has eligibility.
How?
Fuck, I
How
don't
old
know.
is he now?
I don't know. I mean, this is 6th year or something or shit, you know. But it's I
Is
I
he
hadn't heard his name in
26 or is
2
he
or 3
27?
years. I have no fucking idea.
Huh.
But I was checking out some names earlier and I saw him in the portal and I was just all like,
How does he still have eligibility?
I don't know, man. It's the same thing. How did Covey play for 20 years?
Yeah.
Covey is the same age as Devin Booker. They were in the
Actually?
same draft class.
No way.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, maybe
insane.
not same exact age, but they were literally in the same draft class.
What?
Or
Covey got
recruiting
drafted
class.
2023, right?
What?
Covey got drafted in 2020. Or he was undrafted.
Undrafted.
Yeah, but that year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Booker
He was in the same
Booker
recruiting
was
class.
2017.
Yeah, he was in the same recruiting class as Booker.
That's
Isn't that
crazy.
insane?
That's a 6-year
Football
difference.
and basketball. That's a weird fucking thing. Add in the
Yeah.
Mormon missionary thing, and then you have it's crazy. And then add and that's before now with the new rules for JC. I mean, fuck, you could almost have 11 years of college football now. I know we're segueing. We'll tie this back in real quick.
Yeah.
4 years of normal, right? Red shirt, medical, and then, assuming say you're not quite good enough for football, or in D1 initially,
Yeah.
you can go
JUCO.
JUCO, right?
Yeah.
And you have 4 years there. So say you go 4 years there, and then
It's a whole
transfer,
career.
right? That's straight up, and you're making money now,
Yeah.
right, with the NIL. So, I mean, Quinn Ewers, right? You know, like that type of money. Like, so, I mean, you could have, or the Nico,
Yeah.
give me
yeah.
4 million bull crap. Total bullshit. But no, so I mean, you could, I mean, for me personally, that's a dream come true.
Is there a certain amount of years you have for injuries?
I think they only give you, like, say you get a gray shirt, which is a medical.
Yeah.
So that's one. I think you might get a petition for a second,
Let me see.
but that's about it.
There isn't a wait.
I think you just have to like petition the NCAA.
Okay.
So, but that's why it's the more it happens, the harder it gets. That's why Cam got his I don't know 7th or 8th year, and that same with that Alex Bowman.
Yeah.
But no, I mean for me personally, the way it is now, I mean if they can get more regulation and cap it and kind of structure it more like a semi-pro league,
Yeah.
this is how I would want it as a player. Like I would rather play 8-10 years in college for a more pure aspect of the sport.
Then play 2 years and
And,
go to the
well,
NFL.
no, I mean, the NFL stands for not for long league. I mean,
Yeah,
it's most people
play-
do not get that second
yeah.
contract. So you're
you get
if-
2-3 years.
1% of the college football players get drafted, I believe, or something like that. So it's just it's a minute number. So Why not capitalize on your talent? And then also, I mean, you're at school for 10 fucking years. You could get 2-3 degrees. You could probably get a fucking doctorate.
Yeah.
For
That's
free.
crazy.
And you're getting paid. And then,
There, yeah.
like, I mean, but I mean, that's what I would do. I wouldn't even give a fuck about trying to play pro.
Yeah.
And then guess what?
That's
Because
smart.
I wouldn't, I'd end up just playing in Canada.
Canada.
Play for the Canadian Football League there, eh? You know.
Or you could play for like AFL.
Nah, you make more money in the CFL, eh? And then you get poutine. You know, you get good quality food, eh? You know. And then
You know.
parlez-vous français? C'est bon. I'd be able to speak a little bit of French there, you know, so that'd be cool.
Yeah.
But no, the game, while it's a little bit different, it's still better than AFL. AFL is not like the AFL we grew up with, like with the Blaze and shit.
Yeah.
It is a shitty product. shitty product. I think there's a German version of football played on ice that is a better product than AFL.
Really?
Yeah. You know, like on ESPN 8, The Ocho. Those random sport things.
Yeah.
Okay, let's reel it back in.
Let's go back to the draft.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Shador.
All right. Yeah. So I mean, again, we, I don't know if we totally called him falling out of the first, but
We might have said he goes to the Steelers, but we might have said he falls out of the first.
well, I had Dart going to Steelers, so
I can't remember what we put on the actual mock draft, but
well, we did Dart. I know that.
we did.
Yeah, we
Okay.
did Dart. But so it's a question
And I
of
don't
the
know.
later teams needing Shador. I think
I don't think any of the later teams would have picked him.
no. So I think we had him falling out of the first.
Yeah.
So if case again, we kept winning, but obviously we weren't going to have him falling to the fifth.
The fifth, yeah.
First off, I don't want any bogus bullshit about like that Steven Jackson post about it being a confident black man. This is not racial.
Yeah.
Are you saying that Cam Ward isn't confident and he was the first overall
the
pick?
first pick.
What the fucking bullshit is that? Okay, as you smoke
Makes
a
no
cigar
sense.
looking like a pompous fuck.
Yeah.
You're retired and no one fucking gives a shit about you anymore, okay? That's you're just trying to make yourself relevant, Terrell Owens.
Exactly.
You're out TOing TO. You know?
It just makes zero
But
sense
no.
to say that.
Yeah, it's just, you know, I'm trying to make, you know, I'm just trying to chime in. No one knows who I am anymore. I'm just get some
Yeah.
follows, get some, you know, clickbait. But no, it was absolutely a case of ask around. So many draft interviewers said that was the single worst interview they've ever had in their experience in their history of drafting.
Yeah.
And then talking about how Dion was screening it to only certain teams.
Dude, I feel like they should release the interviews.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm
That would
at
be
this point.
fun.
I don't know. I think the kid's been humbled enough.
True.
At least, I mean, give it some time. Let's see if he fucks up. You know, and because if arrogance takes over, then
He's screwed.
yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
But I'm not surprised at the same time. But at the same time, I'm surprised that the NFL actually showed any level of accountability and gumption.
Yeah.
And they're like, look, we're not going to put up with your guys' shit. Like, I swear Dion was thinking, we can just take over the NFL and do whatever the fuck we want. I'll be coaching whatever team drafts him next year, whatever. And, you know, I'm
Exactly.
Dion, and then I'll draft my other kid. And, you know, again, Shiloh said, what teams are you going to be working out for? Oh, I'm picky. How'd that work out for you, bud? Undrafted.
Did he sign? Anyway?
I don't know. I haven't heard.
He might have.
I would assume he
But-
gets signed, picked up on an undrafted. But
Yeah.
everything they did, that whole bullshit cost Shador over $20 million.
Yeah.
And it's
did.
bullshit. Not that they need the money. It's not about the money, in my opinion. But it's just, at some point, you need to kick like a spoiled brat in the ass.
Yeah.
You need to just put him in timeout and say, look, enough is enough, and this is how shit is done.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the fifth round, and I also think the prank call humbled them too.
Yeah, for sure.
again, fucked up. But I think all of it in context with it.
We'll have to see
Yeah.
how he actually does.
I mean, the fact that Dylan Gabriel got picked ahead of him, I'm sure that's going to, if that doesn't
Yeah.
motivate him, nothing will.
Yeah.
And again,
exactly.
Cleveland, you have a good opportunity. I mean, talent is what matters. So if I'm sure you'll, rookie minicamp, we'll find out pretty quick.
Yeah.
And then, you have a fucking defense. It doesn't matter who plays quarterback at that fucking team. If you can just fucking be a game manager, that's a playoff team.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, if
their offense has improved a lot.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, what's their coach's name? Kevin something?
Stefanski.
Yes, Stefanski. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. I'm surprised they've stuck with him so long because Browns are the Browns. You know what I mean? So usually they're always cycling through, and he's showed a proclivity for a rushing offense. And they were really fucked on injuries on the running game last year.
Yeah,
So you
bad.
get that fixed. You address the offensive line.
They got
get a
Jerry
quarterback.
Jeudy now. Yeah. They could be good this year.
They could be very good. I mean, AFC North is always a very tough division. Whoever
Yeah.
wins that or is competitive in that is, if you have a winning record in that, you're usually in the playoffs.
Yeah. What were the other surprises?
The amount of defensive tackles, I don't have the number, but it was a lot.
Yeah.
Weird draft in that aspect. Edge rushers were like,
There's a
it was
lot of
probably
edge
like 10 to 1 or something like that,
Yeah.
if not at least 5 to 1 a tackle to rusher.
I feel like there was very few receivers in this draft.
It wasn't a deep receiver draft. When your best receiver is Burden and he's got the smallest hands in the draft, I don't think that's a great look.
Yeah.
Same thing with the quarterback. It was a weak quarterback draft, and yet you had a lot of falls, and I think that's because the teams knew it's a weak draft. So they can Ewers, you lost yourself a fuck ton of money, bud. But at the same time, I understand if you don't want to be a backup to Arch, whatever. But
You're going to be backup.
you're going to be a practice
getting
squad
paid
backup
less.
now,
Getting paid
making
way less.
yeah. No, I mean, if you stay on the 53, you'll be making at least 6 figures. But I mean, if you're practice squad, it's easily down to a 5-figure salary.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking. I mean, it's not like minor league baseball where you're fucking living in a goddamn bullshit trailer. And just no one. I mean, it's a couple noodles and it's just water. It's not that bad, but at the same time, my God. I mean,
I feel like there's a lot of good tackles in this draft.
No, it was. It was a good offensive draft, especially on the interior too. Though there were a lot of guards. So I think that's why you saw a lot of people, stocking up on the front. Whether it's the offensive or defensive line. But then, I would say a surprise for me is. I think Scadabo was the 4th or 5th running back taken. I didn't expect so many running backs taken before him.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't expect him to be first round.
Yeah, I didn't expect first round
But-
or even second.
The way he dominated, I thought he might creep into the second, honestly. Because the way he dominated the playoffs, it was Scadabo. Genty. And I mean, obviously, we know Genty is fucking phenomenal, and he deserved to go that high. But
Scadaboo he literally gave them that win.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Biggest swing and miss is apparently Utah didn't want to pay him or Sam Levitt. We could have had both.
Well, that's too damn bad.
It is goddamn too damn bad. You know what? Because all we needed is a below-average quarterback,
And a
and we
quarterback.
would have been in the playoffs.
Go ASU, man. I think we're going to be better this year. Well,
Nah, you're gonna have it. Sam
No,
played
to
above
the
his pay
level-
grade.
dude,
You're not going.
He's going to play better this year than he did last year.
No, it's not that. I think people didn't expect it, so every time you'd go it, Now it's different. You're going from the hunter.
I don't
to the
think they.
hunted.
Yeah, but I don't think they play.
I'm
I
not
don't
saying
think
he's
their
a
record
worse
is
player.
as good.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah.
But I think they still are at that level. And are
Yeah, they're going to be in
even
the top of
better.
the conference for sure.
Yeah.
They're not going to the playoffs. It's not going to be the same result. Nah,
They
it's,
could make the playoffs.
it depends on the Big 12 how it goes. I
Yeah.
guess, but
The Big 12 is going to
usually
be tight
let's
this year,
just
though.
assume it's a one-team league again, and like it was this year, right? So it's whoever wins the conference. I don't think they're going to win the conference again this year. Just in any case, it is really hard to repeat.
Yeah,
We
true.
know this. I didn't expect Utah to repeat. It was that lucky fluke game, when we
Yeah.
were at the
Yeah.
Jazz game.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
I'm just not even watching. I'm just like, and then like, what the hole? So that was a truly awesome night. But no, it is so rare.
Yeah.
And it was also because of a lot of other teams helped us.
Yeah.
So it's just again, money is on the field to win the conference instead of if Texas Tech doesn't win it this year, they never will.
It's fair.
And then Utah's back. If you have Beck's offense, which at New Mexico was the fourth best in the entire country,
Yeah.
you have the best offensive line in the country. Fano is projected to go top 10, and Lomu is projected to go in the first round as well.
Yeah.
And then you also have Tanioy, or however the fucking Tanoy, or he's easily like within the top like 3 or 4 guards in the country. And then we've got like 3 or 4 like solid starters that are also returning.
Yeah.
You just added Wayshawn Parker, who is kind of a Ty Jordan-esque player, and I throw that out there with respect because that's a once in a lifetime player. But the shiftiness, the speed, the size, and the way we've as a Ute fan base have gotten behind him, he's just a dog. He's a dude you want to. He's loyal. He's a dude that you'd run through a brick wall for, and he wants to be here. So it's cool. So I mean, what he did as a true freshman. And then you have Devin Dampier as a running back too, as a running quarterback. Not a running back. He's a quarterback that runs. It's different. Okay. He did things that only Kyler Murray has done.
Yeah.
Like, do I need to say more? Really? So
he's very good.
and then our defense, right? So I mean, you just do that.
Yeah. The
so,
Big 12 is going to be a lot tighter this year.
Absolutely. And then
But you still never know.
no, you never know. Oklahoma State, they can't be as bad as they were this year. I just don't think it. How? I don't know. Baylor. I think Baylor will be about the same. Probably. Maybe regress a little bit. BYU definitely will regress. They
think so?
Remember how many games they got lucked out?
Yeah, that's true.
So they weren't.
Wait,
they weren't.
what was their record this year? Did they
10
win
10 or 11 games. So
I think they won 10, yeah.
So and just on a conservative
But
number.
literally 5 of those
No,
games did
exactly.
not
I was going
have
to say
won.
take away 2 or 3 of those, and that's an 8-9 win team max, right?
Yeah.
So that's a very big difference in talent, right? So there's a reason that their best team in years didn't have one player drafted, not one player. Meanwhile, Utah's
fair.
worst offensive team since like 71, so 72, so like basically since our entire parents' lives, still produced a draft pick from a basketball player. Caleb Lohner, good job, buddy.
Yeah.
Good job. 4 catches, 4 TDs. I've only played football for less than a fucking year. He is literally the Denver.
He's 6'9".
No, I mean he's fucking like a
280.
LeBron-sized guy. You know what I mean? And he's fast. And if we had a healthy Cam Rising, he would have had double-digit fucking TDs. If you have Isaac Wilson giving him 4,
They develop him.
no, it's exactly. He could be another Jimmy Graham.
Yeah.
He, you know how I forget this guy, but he has a really nice metrics like system that like keeps track of everyone's like combine stats or whatever. Out of like the 3,000 tight ends since the stats have tested, since they kept it, he was like 185th, 182nd
Wow.
ever.
That's
So he
crazy.
tested like fucking insane.
Yeah.
So like mix that with the raw potential and he's already kind of shown the glimpses. Just like, yeah, he can be an Antonio Gates. He can be a. I'm not saying Hall of Fame player, but I mean, yes,
He could be good.
him
yeah.
and Jimmy Graham are basketball players that got converted at the NFL level to the. So he is the very same thing in that aspect.
It's kind of crazy how like he got drafted with 4 catches, and then there's a bunch of like big name guys who didn't even get drafted.
No, straight up. Just on the same team. Brant Keithy didn't get drafted. I haven't even heard he's gotten an undrafted deal yet, which is fucking insane. His
Yeah.
freshman All-American season was the second best statistical tight end season ever,
Yeah.
behind Rob Gronkowski's year at Arizona.
I was surprised he didn't get drafted.
Dude, well, he
Even
should.
with-
He should.
even with
Obviously,
the
you can't go with the
injuries,
freshman,
Even with the injuries, I still thought he's going to get
7th
drafted.
round. Same with Junior
Yeah.
Tafuna. How do you dominate the combine testing and then Senior Bowl all week and not get in the 7th? I mean, at least
don't
in the
know.
7th round. I don't know. So yeah, I mean, the Houston Texans got to steal with that one in the undrafted free agent.
Yeah. Who is your winners and losers of the draft?
I had to think on my third, but the first 2 were very easy for me: Giants and Browns. I don't think any one team improved like the Giants did.
Yeah.
I was telling my dad this because he is a Cowboys fan, right? I don't remember the last time the Giants drafted well,
No.
and he was like, "I can't either."
Yeah.
And then the Browns to resist that. Just we already know what we're talking about. To resist the temptation.
For 5 rounds.
No, you literally defeated the curse of the Browns.
And pick Dylan Gabriel
No, and
before him, too.
you played chess. You were playing 3-dimensional chess while they were playing checkers.
Yeah.
I've
Plus,
never
they got
seen
those extra picks from trading back.
absolutely, and you get some hometown fucking heroes. You get the Mason Graham. You get which running back was it? Judkins or Henderson? they got? Judkins. Either didn't matter. It's either way. It's a home run hit because you have one of the best duos, 2 running backs in the top 40. Right, that's insane.
Yeah.
But they got some edge, relief to help Miles. They got some offensive line to help whoever's going to be quarterback, and they're Jerome Ford and who's the main one? Nick Chubb.
Chubb?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Is Chubb going to be playing, though?
if Chubb is healthy, that's a 1,500-yard rusher, and then.
Dude, he's had a tough go.
Yeah, I know it
this
is.
past year.
And Ford had a rough year last year, but I mean,
Yeah.
injury bug tickles, So I think if they can stay healthy, and we know that they've shown the ability. I mean, this last year was really the biggest.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of, hopefully for Chubb, it's not a sign of how things are going to be, and that was just a fluke.
Mhm.
And for Ford, same thing. I mean, but he's not age, so he'll be able to return.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I also think it's Stefanski's offense. The offensive line is so fucking good.
Yeah.
You can put whoever the
Brown-
fuck is back there.
Even when the Browns are like terrible, I feel like they always have
No, they do.
a somewhat good offensive
No,
line.
they always do. They were terrible for years, and they had Joel fucking Thomas.
Yeah.
He retired early because I play for the Browns.
Yeah.
Barry
Exactly.
Sanders, you know what I mean? Like, I'm Barry fucking Sanders. I play for the Lions. That's it.
Yeah.
But my
exactly.
third team, Cowboys, and this isn't because I'm trying to make my dad love me. Dad? No. They don't draft historically very smart with Jerry Jones as owner. And this was as smart of a draft from top to bottom, addressing so many holes on the team as I can remember. So hopefully with Schottenheimer, things change. New DC.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Dallas, so you never know, and it's obviously going to be predicated on how well they can protect Dak, and if Dak can be Dak, you know what I mean.
Exactly.
But just in terms of results today, I think all 3 of those teams aced it.
That's fair. My picks, I for surely agree with the Giants. I think the Giants overall had the best draft. But my two other picks were different. I went with the Cards and the Ravens. The Cards getting freaking Will Johnson in the second round, projected top 10 pick.
What, at 47, I think, all the way down?
By
That's a
far
huge value.
The biggest steal of the draft.
And what were the concerns? I think it was health, right? He's going to be ready for a season.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
There was no reason for him to fall that far.
No, absolute
like whatsoever.
You just saved how many millions getting the same fucking elite talent?
Plus, they get Walter Nolan, one of the most dominant D tackle. Like, I mean, obviously this draft class has had so many dominant D tackles, but he was insanely good for Ole Miss. By far their best defensive player. Plus, they got They got the Ohio State linebacker in the corner.
And then
I'm trying to remember his name.
Brooks from Oregon.
Oh yeah, they got him from Oregon. He's gonna be good.
Yeah. No, I mean, again, it's teams out of uncharacteristically drafting well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at the fucking Washington Commanders. All it takes is the right ownership, the right leadership group, and in one season you can flip. Because again, if you're a shitty fucking team, that means you have an easy schedule next year.
Yeah, exactly.
And then draft well. Look at the Chiefs when they get Alex and Andy that first year. They go from 2-11 to 11-5.
Yep.
Or 2-11. That's not.
Denzel Burke. That's the corner from Ohio State.
Yeah.
That was a great pick too. And Hayden Connor, the guard from Texas. I mean, they picked all.
That's addressing areas of need.
Defense, other than the guard, but I think that's the right move.
No, I mean, you could argue maybe they should have picked a receiver, but
yeah, but
again, it's not a deep receiver class. So I mean, if you don't feel comfortable with them, you can get some in the free agency as well as free undrafted.
The receiver depth is actually like decent.
Yeah, I mean, it's the playing style as well.
Yeah,
I mean, you've got a good depth there, so I mean, it's not an issue.
And then the Ravens.
That's a good draft.
Getting Mike
Green.
Starks in the first round, I think was a perfect pick for them. Especially, who was their safety last year?
Well, I mean, they have a lot. I mean, for me, it all depends on if Marcus Williams is healthy because he's obviously a Pro Bowler.
Yeah, Marcus Williams. No, but he's old now, dude.
No, he's not old, but he towards the end he started getting set.
Far
these
last few years.
But I mean, that's to your point though. I think Kyle Humphreys, that's another one, or is that corner?
Marlon Humphrey, he's a corner.
No.
I can't remember. Oh, Kyle Hamilton.
Yeah, that's what I meant, Kyle Hamilton.
Yeah.
He's younger, but he's not that great in my opinion.
You don't think so?
Nah,
dude, he's
dominant. Notre Dame, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's streaky. I think he's got to bulk up still. And because I mean, he's still pretty young, isn't he?
This was his second year last year.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, no. If he stays on this trend, yeah, they'll be solid.
Yeah.
But you need at least 3 good safeties. You need at least 3 good safeties.
I think a duo of him and Starks, and then having Marcus play the backup is like going to be really.
No, that's good because then Marcus can stay fresh.
Yeah, and then getting Mike Green, that was massive.
That's huge.
Still,
what did the Ravens always do well? Rush the passer, and what did you just get? The best pass rusher.
Mm-hmm.
We are Marshall.
Dude, they addressed everything.
A thundering herd. Yeah, that's a big win. They
got 2 tackles. They got a linebacker for the backup Roquan. They even got a kicker.
Yeah, which probably means bye Tucker.
Yeah, which he had a really down season this year.
Yeah, but I mean, and then again, controversy in the off season now, and then he's old.
Yeah. I mean, their last few picks, like, who knows? But
yeah, at that point,
they had
you
a
get
really good draft, especially with the Mike Green. It was their first 2 picks, and even Emory Jones from LSU playing opposite of Will Campbell.
Yeah, no, that's a solid pick.
Yeah. Yeah, those are my top 3 winners of the draft, I would say. Do we have any losers?
I don't know. I can't really say
Maybe I don't know.
one team that just really seemed like, what the fuck are you doing? I couldn't really.
Yeah.
I mean, even the Jets drafted somewhat smartish.
Yeah.
Lions aren't dumb anymore. The Jags were kind of smart.
The Jags actually did.
No,
pretty good,
you know what I mean? Like,
maybe
I don't think
the Bengals didn't have that great of a draft.
Yeah, they don't
but, like,
historically. I also don't think
wasn't
the
terrible.
Chiefs historically always. I don't think they have that great of drafts. You know, like
But
they
they
might
did-
get like 1 or 2 players every so
Yeah,
often, but
yeah.
like I don't feel like they draft well. You know,
No.
and it's
Picking
but they
up
don't necessarily
Josh
need to. You know what I
Jones,
mean?
that tackle was really good.
Yeah, no, I mean,
But-
but like I feel like the last like hit they got as a draft pick was Chris Jones, and
Yeah.
that's I can't even tell you how long ago. Alex was still the quarterback. Yeah, I can't
don't
think
even
of
know,
losers.
man.
I mean, other than Shador and the family of Sanders.
Yeah, that's fair. Who else? Let's look at the grades. Falcons solid, Ravens, Bills, Panthers.
Yeah, like normally the Bears are dumb as fuck.
Yeah,
And
did
they
pretty
were
solid.
Yeah, I can't complain.
I mean, yeah, the Bengals wasn't great.
Yeah, but was it really like a loser? Like, I mean, that's
No, not really.
that's what I'm like. Losers mean like you fucked up royal,
Yeah,
and I just can't think of one team that.
yeah. Every team did pretty solid. It looks like.
Which is rare.
I mean, obviously, you'll have to see how the players are.
Yeah,
but
but it's always like
just
predicated
based
right
off
now.
of this.
Yeah, how about Igbuka going to the Bucks? That is.
Oh,
I
dude, that's
mean,
awesome.
He gets to learn from Mike as Mike gets. I mean, and
Mike
then he's
Evans
like the
and
same.
Chris Godwin,
Oh my,
man.
and that means also every receiver that was on that Ohio State team that we played
Is
in the Rose Bowl
in the
was a
league.
first-round pick.
Yeah, that's crazy. Dude, that team was insane.
Oh yeah. A former player came up with this list, and there were like 5 or 6 first-rounders, like 3 seconds, like 2/3,
Yeah.
2/4. You know, we had like 1 first, 2 seconds, 1/3, 1/4, 1/5, 1/6, 1/7. It was just like 3 to 1. You know what I mean? But I mean, of course, it's Ohio
that's
State.
insane.
You know what I mean?
And every single one of those receivers is good, like in the
Oh,
NFL.
insane
Really
good.
Garrett
like-
Wilson, insanely good.
And another one's going to be
Chris
good.
Olave.
What was that freshman this year?
oh, Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah.
dude, he might be better than
No,
all of
I
them.
know. I mean, you had to bracket him this early
Yeah.
on. Like, fuck me.
Garrett.
Garrett Wilson,
Chris.
Chris Olave. Chris actually was this close to being a Ute, and I'm not just like, it's not
How?
a Ute boomer. No, it was literally down.
He's-
It was his
Oh,
2
okay.
were Utah and Ohio State,
Oh, okay.
and it was just a matter of,
Yeah.
and this is before NIL, so I think it was more a matter of just Urban was still.
Success.
Wasn't Urban still there? I think with Chris.
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe at the tail end, and then Ryan took over.
Yeah.
But I think it was just a gut feeling, you know,
Yeah,
something like that. But it was down to them too, and there was for a while where it was not like Jerome Miles, where that guy's just fucking like flip flopped whatever fucking team he wants for the money. Fucking
Yeah. And then you have Marv, who they say he had a down rookie season.
yeah, I don't know, but it was better
Literally
than his, it was better,
better
than
than
his
his
dad's.
dad.
No, and that's fucking. I'm sorry, I don't know I'm sorry. What's his dad's
Like, how
name?
is that
What's his dad's name? I don't know. Did
How
his
is that
dad
a
do anything in the
down
league?
season, man?
I don't know. I don't know.
If they say-
it's because he plays for Arizona.
I know,
I
dude.
guarantee you, it's just. And I know I say this. You're
But
not
how
gonna
do you
win
say
anything
that-
with Kyler?
Dude,
right?
if that's
I
a
say
down
that, but
season, he's
no,
going to be
that's
insane.
bullshit. No, I know, and maybe that is a down season for him. You maybe in his opinion, that's a down season.
Yeah.
You know, but
And Kyler didn't even barely targeted him. This
no,
year.
exactly. I mean, Kyler is kind of like a modern day Vic in that I don't know how many receivers like for him. He's a good receiver, so he'll be a quarterback's friend. He'll run with him. But a lot of receivers don't like that, you know, because it makes your job harder.
Yeah.
You know, and so
You have to block more.
you have to block more. You don't get as many targets, you know, and because your running ability, you know, and
that's
stuff like
fair.
that. So I get it, you know, but at the same time, like
I think people just
they just don't take
expected
it
him to
seriously
have
because it's Kyler Murray's your
great
quarterback.
season.
Oh, you're not going to have a good year. You know, like I guarantee you, there's just some because he's your quarterback.
And just because he's in Arizona.
Just total BS.
Who else? Wasn't there another receiver other than obviously Ibuka? I swear there was a fifth.
Jackson
I'm
Smith and
missing something.
Nigba.
Oh, Jackson Smith and Jigba.
We don't talk about him.
Why, dude? He's
No,
good on
because-
Seattle,
no,
man.
No,
Because of the Rose Bowl.
yeah, we don't talk about him. I was there.
Dude,
I was there.
that was the most insane wide receiver game.
That's
I've
still
ever
the best
watched.
game Dude, to
That
point
is
that.
the
No, I
best
would also
game
like
I've
to
ever
point that.
watched.
Right. So all of them first rounders, we were covering them with a running
Yeah.
back as corner. Just mind you, and we did that good. We lost last second field goal.
Overall, that was like literally
Best-
one of the best games I've ever watched. in my
It's the
life.
best game I've probably ever been to.
Yeah.
The loss, it didn't sting whatsoever.
It was insane. It was just back.
No,
and
it's just
forth,
it's
score,
a good
score,
game.
score,
It's a
score.
good game. You never had a
Yeah.
chance to react. Even when Cam got knocked out, Barnes comes in
Yeah.
and throws that beautiful over the shoulder to
Yeah.
Kincaid. Like it was answer. It was exactly it was score, 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 score. There was no defense, and I
No.
fucking loved it, which is
It
so
was
rare.
awesome.
We competed in a huge shootout, and it was just bangity, bangity, bangity,
Yeah.
bang. Whereas the next year with Penn State, that game just fucking sucked. I was there too, but yeah, easily best game I've ever been to. You know, so yeah,
That was
we
awesome.
did that well with Utah's development of lack of talent. Well, I mean, we don't have lack of talent, but I'm just compared to Ohio State.
Yeah, exactly.
Come play for Utah. We're doing good. Speaking of that, have you heard about local players signing undrafted?
Local players from Utah.
Well, just yeah, Utah, BYU, Utah State. Because
I know the guard from Utah State did, and then I can't remember how to say
no, I
his
can,
name.
I can cover your Utah bases.
You got
So
it.
Connor O'Toole got one of the biggest undrafted deals, $264 guaranteed. So that's good for him. He's in Seattle. Mekhi Bernard, Tennessee. I like that.
That's good.
He'll get used there. Let's see. Junior Tafuna went to the Texans. Zemiah Vaughn went to the Vikings. He'll get used there. That's a great pick.
Yeah.
He is PB dude. Like that's all that guy does is PBs. Like holy shit. Fuck, I still haven't heard shit about Brent Keithy. Dorian Singer got invited to Las Vegas. So we'll
Just
see.
for a workout.
Yeah, just for a workout. But it's a case where he tested poorly in the pro day and all the combine related stuff. And then he got fucked out of that eligibility thing.
Yeah.
Arizona fucked that first year, and he should have easily gotten another year. He should be playing for Utah right now.
Yeah.
So, but no, I believe a couple BYU players have signed some undrafted free agent deals, but I couldn't tell you the names because it's BYU.
Yeah, I can't think of any other names that did.
Now Utah
but
State didn't have too many. Royals got drafted,
Yeah.
and then
That's
that
the only
tackle,
other
yeah.
one I saw was a guard.
Or the guard, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. I forgot his name.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I knew they had a couple of prospects.
Not much though.
No.
Good
Good year though.
Yeah. Should we go to college?
Yeah, we can do that. Portal's just been closing up.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Isn't it closed for basketball now? Fully?
No, basketball. We just Running Deuce just had someone commit today.
Oh.
So you're
maybe
you're
not.
still going to be having that stuff, it's still open full game because Jensen was coaching with the Mavericks until the end of the season. So now he's fully there.
Yeah.
Our coach Chills has already been killing it. We have 10 scholarship players right now, but we just got that Western Kentucky guy, point guard. This is a team of solid athleticism, and we just got the Iowa forward transfer too.
Oh, I saw that.
Peoria. I mean, we've had I saw on Twitter was saying we've had 5 Joe Tipton, or no, I think it's Tipton references or shout out in like one off season. That's like the most we've had in 20 years. Just because it's like, hey, Utah's had to commit from this.
Yeah.
He's a quality player, you know what I mean? Jackie Howard, he's going to be good. I mean, Terrence Brown. I'm excited for what Alex Jensen's doing. And we just got that Western Kentucky kid today. So he's 6'2", $170, so he's got to put on some weight, I think, play at the Big 12 level. But he's just big enough. I mean, again, that's you're not Donovan Mitchell or Mike Conley. You're just like you're Trae Young. I think you're just tall enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I say that as 6'2". I mean that's not small by any means, but I mean again, the game has changed to the point you need to be like a 6'2" to 6'6" point guard.
Yeah, exactly.
Something like that. You know. So yeah, that's been good. Football's been fucking chaotic. Zacharias Williams, right? So we have our spring game, right? He has a great spring game. He's going to be like he's wide receiver 1.
Yeah.
Immediately enters the portal right after that. Guess where he fucking signs?
Back to T.
US fucking C.
USC.
Yeah. So he just took the bag to go from wide receiver 1 to be like wide receiver 4 or on the bench.
Oh, damn. That's crazy.
What a... It's a bitch move. I just cannot stand it. The unregulatedness of the NIL and like the tampering. We almost lost Smith Snowden because BYU was tampering and offering $2+ million.
Yeah.
But also, it wasn't just Smith. They were trying to get 2 other players, but they missed on all 3. Oh, Ateo Johnson and Dallas Vakahaki. They're trying to get all our good players. I mean, again, I get it. You know, it's Utah. You know, that's how they got Keanu Tanavasa. But fuck you. Like, hello to everyone but you little cunt fucking shits. Kalani knows about this shit, too. So you can't tell me you don't know about this shit, you fucking tampering fucks.
Everybody, yeah.
The rivalry can suck a cock. You can go take your little bitch-ass fucks and go elsewhere. Go back to being independent. No one likes you. Fuck off and suck a dick, you Cowger tail-eating fucks.
Cowger.
Cowger? Did I say that?
Yeah.
Cowger eating tails. Yeah, that's right. Cougar eating tails. They're not great. They're just they're over sugared.
Donut, bro. It's
no, I know, but it's an over sugared maple bar.
It's just the damn.
Yeah,
donut.
but it's also a big dick in your mouth.
It's just
you know what I mean?
Donut.
Nah, I mean.
The rivalry.
Do you ever see any of
the
those
rivalry
dudes?
goes that deep.
Well, that's. I mean, so long as you don't move, then it's just soaking.
That's crazy.
Dude, I will say this. I respect Cam Rising like fucking crazy. Remember the College Game Day when McAfee had the balls to even bring up the soaking and shit? And he's like, no, that's a Provo thing. That's a like
was funny.
fucking love that shit.
Yeah.
There was actually a Cam sighting during spring break. He was at what's our women's soccer team? The Royals or
I don't know.
I think it is the Royals or
Royals.
something like that. Anyways, they were at a game. Him, Puka, and a couple other dudes.
Nice.
Yeah, saw him. He hasn't posted. He hasn't made an announcement about anything. Like obviously he's not on the team, but
Yeah.
I kind of think I kind of just think that means he's done playing.
I think so. He's had too many injuries.
No, I know. I just meant like
Yeah.
come back and be a coach, bro.
Might as well.
Now you've got a great mind for it, but also I think like you have that like uncoachable swag.
Yeah.
That be a recruiting guy. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like be a quarterback coach and recruiting advice or not necessarily head guy, but you know, just one of the main recruiters,
Pfizer,
and
yeah,
he would be fucking killing it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that would be good.
wouldn't you want to play for Cam fucking Rising? I would. I'd run
For
through
sure.
a goddamn wall for that motherfucker. I mean, the one thing I can say is he wasn't smart.
That's true.
What are you doing running the ball up 24-0 against Baylor? Like, you ended your career because you just couldn't slide.
Yeah.
And then what happened against the at the end of the first Rose Bowl? Because you wouldn't slide.
Yeah.
And then the next Rose Bowl, because you wouldn't slide.
He did it to
But
himself,
also that last
so.
year, the second Rose Bowl, he was already playing on like injured shit and fuck. But still, and again, I'm not shitting on Cam. I love Cam. He's easily a top 3-4 quarterback of Utah of all time, easy.
Yeah.
But you can still love someone and point out that he was not smart when it came to his body. And again, he was one of those where I think you needed to get hit once or twice to get like checked into the game.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's a difference. Like, do you remember when Travis Wilson was quarterback? They were playing at Michigan, and he went for this lunge out of bounds, and the guy is literally like, "Who to do? Here's my head. I'm a pretzel." I mean, it's 6'7", going "Wing-a-doo-ba-doo," then fucking all of it right on your head, like. And it gets up like it's nothing, and we're just going like, "Holy shit!" Like, don't do that. Please don't do that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
oh God. But yeah, no.
I remember going. I went to the ASU game this year, and dude, he could not throw the ball for shit. He was throwing push passes the entire
they
game.
should not have put him in.
They should have dropped it.
Yeah.
They should have.
They should have. No, here's the thing. Utah should have had Brandon Rose start the rest of this. As soon as Cam went down, it should have been B. Rose's season because he was playing lights out until he, unluckily, gets that one plantar fasciitis or whatever, that tendon thing that's like, just randomly spawns and you're fucked for a season and a half.
Yeah.
I forget what it's called, whatever, but he went to UMass. Poor guy.
That's rough.
No, I know. And we had another quarterback who was a 4-star, Peter Costelli. And this is when Cam ended up like being the guy. And him and his family transferred. He ended up going to Troy. I know.
Shit, that's terrible.
No, I know. And it was just because they knew that they weren't going to get that chance to be the starting quarterback at Utah, right? So, and you totally understand it.
Yeah.
But that's a big drop down. You know, but UMass is worse.
UMass is terrible.
But you can still be BYU.
I mean, they played Isaac the rest of the season, and he got hurt.
Yeah, but he was already playing hurt to start the season.
Yeah.
He pushed off that surgery. Still hasn't had the surgery. And from what I've heard, he's being pushed for the second spot with that Jamar Bird Ficklin.
Really?
They really like what he can do. He's got that same kind of zip run with the ball kind of thing, but he's picking up the offense well. But Isaac's done well too. So Isaac's right now number 2, but Ficklin as a freshman has really been stepping up.
Do you think he should get that surgery?
It depends on. I mean, it could have been something that maybe it took care of itself. I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
They haven't spoken much about it since. If I'm not mistaken, before the season last year, it was like a bone spur in his knee or something like that. You know, maybe he got it removed. You know, I don't know. But the bigger thing is if he's already playing the way that he got fucking crocodile rolled by that one stupid Iowa State fucker.
Dude, I was at that game.
They're a dirty ass team. They're also a bunch of pussies,
like
dude.
Iowa State.
Dude,
Yeah.
when Jordan Wynn was the quarterback back in 2010, we go there to Des Moines, kick their fucking ass 68-27. They bought out of the home and home the very next fucking day on a Sunday. They did not want to travel to Salt Lake the next year and get cunt fucked even worse.
That's crazy.
It's pathetic.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Also, this was their first 10-win season in program history. Ever.
That's
in
insane,
forever. And they like to talk so much
they
shit.
shouldn't even have won that game.
No, they really shouldn't have. You know what I mean?
They missed the kick. Utah missed the kick to win.
No, I know. Utah went for the win, which I respect, because we already have nothing to lose. So
Yeah, exactly.
So might as well. So BYU was gifted a win, right?
Yeah.
That game was basically, Arizona. We shat the bed on that one. Really, we should have still, I think, kind of eked out. That was the last game out of that.
Yeah.
Arizona State, obviously, no, we should have lost. We needed a good quarterback to play that game.
Yeah, they didn't.
No, we didn't have anyone.
That was so terrible. And Scatterboo just dominated their defense.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, if you're doing that that as good as our defense was last year, it was one of, if I'm not mistaken, it could have also been Scalley's best defensive season ever.
Yeah.
And to do that to his team, holy fuck. Because, what is Utah known for? Defense and stopping the run.
Yeah.
And you just made us look like a bitch.
Yeah.
Don't touch me. It was a man among not just boys, but little children.
Yeah.
It was not pretty.
It was insane.
UCF sucks, so that was not a surprise. But no, that's still we should have been at least a bowl team instead of 5-7.
Yeah.
There was some bullshit stuff, but
they just got screwed
Nah.
by the injuries.
yeah, I haven't been a part of worse few years of injuries with a team than this.
Yeah.
It's crazy. What it is field turf. Go to real fucking turf. Every fucking field needs to be real turf.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, that's stupid.
You can blame the shoes, which, okay, maybe there's something,
No,
but
it's not the shoes.
nah, it is all the fucking turf.
Mm-hmm.
You guys make enough fucking money.
It's proven multiple.
No, I know, yeah. But they know
teams.
all these schools make enough fucking money to where, I can fucking take care of grass seasonally. Fuck you, you bitch. You already do that for how much of your other, rest of your university? Come on. The part of it that makes you the most money, you're just gonna, we're just gonna cheap out, just gonna do some artificial stuff, field turf, just whatever. Fucking stupid. So yeah, I hate the portal. I think the window needs to be much smaller, and I think the way that the NIL tampering is going right now, it is atrocious. I think
they need to have a better.
There needs to be regulation.
Yeah.
I think Nick Saban needs to be the commissioner of college football.
You think so?
Oh, that'd be perfect.
You think
That's
he
the
would
dream
be?
hire. No, the question is, does he want to? And I
Yeah.
bet you the answer is no. But he would be the perfect person for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that shit needs to get fixed fast because I cannot tell you how many fans have already checked out of college athletics because of it.
Yeah.
Just the Smith Snowden deal, there were so many fans that were ready to say, if he leaves, I'm done. No, it's not because of him necessarily personally.
No,
it's just the fact it says you
yeah.
cannot get into any level of fandom. You can still like your team and your school, but you can't like a player anymore. There's no loyalty. You can't like anything,
Yeah.
So I get it. But it also just shows, because Kincaid, he was offered $1 million to go to Bama. He said no.
Mm-hmm.
How often do people do that? Snowden, you're offered as a nickel corner when you're a junior in college at least $2 million, if not more.
That's insane.
The number that they publicly said was 2, which means it's more.
Yeah.
That's life-changing money. And you have the wherewithal to keep looking ahead. You're looking long-term. You know that Utah puts people out in the draft. You know that if you get drafted, you will make more money.
Yeah.
And you know that Utah gets players, especially when it comes to the secondary, those second, third contracts. And that's what you're talking where. How much did Jalen just get? As a 5-year,
Did
$90
he get a max?
million? Yeah, it was close to a max, yeah. Marcus's last deal was huge.
Yeah.
Okay, those are just two.
They-
Clark Phillips is
They
going to get
produce good DBs.
CP3 is going to get a
Yeah.
deal when it's his time up because he has produced.
He's on Atlanta, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he has taken over that nickel
slot.
Yeah, because I remember he was not like this past season, but the season before, wasn't he like their fifth string or something?
No, yeah, he had to work his way up a
And
little
then
bit.
he just
but no,
totally took over
his
last season.
Injury made him go on the field, and then he is basically never really looked back.
Yeah.
But again, he is a dominant player.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised there at all.
No.
But yeah, portal's been crazy.
Yeah. Let's switch it up. Let's check on the MLB a little bit.
Okay. All I know is
Let's
that
check the standings.
I know nothing when it comes to the MLB because Dodgers, right? They open up.
Dude,
they
the
start
Tigers
killing.
are still playing good, man.
Tigers are playing solid.
The Mets too.
But the Dodgers, right? They go 8-0, and then they've been playing like 500 balls since.
Yeah.
And then, what is with the Cubs owning the Dodgers, dude? I do not get it. They're outplaying
Chicago.
expectations. Braves have sort of come back to normal at 15.
Yeah,
at
they
13 and
actually
15.
have came back a lot.
But all right, let's do this. All right, so American League.
Dude, what is
Yankees-
going on with the Mets, man? They've won 20 games.
We'll get there. Yankees are in first in the East at 17 and 12. That's not really a surprise.
Yeah. Boston's playing decent.
Yeah, you got 3 teams above 500, and Toronto's 1 game under. So I mean, Orioles are the
Orioles
weak
have
link.
been a
That's not a
disappointment
surprise.
this year.
Yeah. Central, the Tigers are a surprise. They are outplaying everybody in that division.
Cleveland's playing good.
That's what we expect.
Kansas City's good. Twins are decent.
Kansas City's doing what we expect. The Twins, they're a couple games under, but it's a competitive division this year, so that's not really a surprise.
I mean, everything in that division makes sense except for the Tigers.
yeah, no, 100% agree with that. That's a perfect way to say that. The West,
The Mariners are above the Astros.
honestly,
the A's
I think you
are
could
playing
no, I
good,
think you
dude.
could say the same thing.
Yeah.
The only thing is maybe the A's are slightly playing better than you'd expect,
Yeah.
but again, what do the A's do always?
Yeah. It's
Do
still
more with
way
less.
early.
You know what I mean? So, Angels just fucking suck. I think Trout's hitting like 172.
Really?
It was some awful
check.
number or something. Okay, while you're checking, National League, yeah. So the Mets, 20-9, dude. That is insane. I don't think they're going to be able to keep this up. They're 12-1 at home.
Oh my dude, Trout's hitting 170.
I'm telling you, it is insane.
That's terrible.
Phillies, yeah. Braves, they're back. Nationals, yeah. I mean, that's a tough division because even the
Yeah.
Marlins are 12 and 16. So
Yeah.
there could be 2 or 3 teams from that division.
No, that's tough.
Central, yeah. The Cubs are out. That's a surprise there. The Reds, I think, are a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
I would say Pittsburgh is a little bit of a disappointment.
Yeah, I would say so.
St. Louis and Milwaukee are about what you'd expect,
About
I think.
average, yeah.
St. Louis just hasn't been consistently a winning team since the Pujols era.
Yeah, exactly.
The West,
The Giants are in first.
yeah, that's probably the biggest surprise.
That's a very
but
big surprise. They're tied with LA.
that's not a surprise. LA being in front. So San Diego doing well. That's not a
Yeah.
surprise.
Arizona's doing pretty good.
Arizona had a little bit of a lull at first, I think, but I think a lot of it's just dependent on schedule and
They lost a few games.
yeah. But
to start. But
they've rebounded. So again, they're above 500, and again,
Yeah.
that's to me that's the most talented division in baseball.
yeah, exactly. And the Rockies are obviously the Rockies.
Yeah, I mean the Rockies haven't been good in forever. The only thing good about them is that you have a University of Utah grad as the owner. But I mean that's 4 teams that should be, in terms of talent, those playoff teams right there. Boom, done.
Yeah.
And that is so hard when you have 80% of your division is playoff.
Mm-hmm.
Rockies
Exactly.
can't do shit. So, yeah, I mean, no real surprises there. It's actually a pretty damn competitive season so far.
Yeah.
So
It's
I
been
think we'll
good.
have to check in again another couple weeks or so, see if
Yeah.
there's any real changes. But
Judge has been playing really
Judge-
good, dude.
I mean,
He's playing better.
he had a little bit of a off year after that 62er, but
Yeah.
it wasn't even bad. I mean,
No,
we're
it was
talking
a
it was
good
like
season.
50ish. You know, it was great. And then I mean, the only one that you can really say that hasn't shown up and hasn't done his deal is Stanton.
Yeah.
Judge has done everything that you can ask for, and I don't know about more, but whatever that contract was, it's been justified. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And this season, he's first in batting average and hits.
And that's not what he used to be good at, was hits. It used to just be hits with force, right?
Yeah.
So if he's improved that, that's good because he was a big K guy. And if his Ks are down, that's solid.
And he's getting on base a lot more this season. But Paul Goldschmidt, man, he's playing for New York too. I forgot about that. He's second.
Yeah, he takes
an average. And
everyone
hits.
takes the money at some point and goes to the Yankees.
Yeah.
I remember being in the Bay Area and rooting for the A's and just realizing we were just a farm team for the Yankees. Like every fucking player. Giambi, Swisher, Chavez. That's three I can think of. Tejada went to the Orioles. Fuck. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We couldn't keep anybody.
It's just how it is.
It is.
Yeah, I mean,
it's been a good
MLB.
start to the season.
Yeah.
I've watched more baseball than I normally do, so I mean, I think what's helped them the last couple of years is they're really working on getting the time down. It used to be just, hey, we're going to have to commit 5 hours just for this one game. It's just
now
bullshit.
It's like 2-3 hours.
Yeah, 2-3 hours max.
Yeah.
The pitch clock has helped, and I think they're doing more things to help with. The only thing that needs to be improved with baseball is get rid of human umps and make it robots. Just fucking do it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, literally, it's
Might
the
as well.
easiest fucking thing. And these human umps are awful.
No.
I mean, they're fucking
they
awful.
actually are awful.
I would rather do
If you
Little
watch
League.
any game you can see.
No, I would rather have a Little League ump over these professional umps.
Yeah.
Like,
They're
I haven't
terrible.
umped since Little League, but
Like, you can talk bad about, like, NFL and NBA refs, but the MLB umps are...
no, this is fucking
Atrocious.
flat out awful. Yeah, no, it is just egregious. So, yeah, no, that's a big fucking N to the O.
Yeah. That's pretty much all about... is there anything else about the MLB you've seen?
Nah, I mean, I found out a little random tidbit about that one Dodger pitcher, that Roki Seoki.
The guy from Japan?
Well, I mean, they have a few now. But, yeah, no, I know, it's hard to keep up with. But one of his kickers for coming to the Dodgers was installing bidets and Japanese-style toilets in the locker room. That was
Did
one of
they
his
do
kickers.
it?
I would assume so. He's on the team, sir.
That's a weird
This is a weird thing.
request.
No, but I mean, apparently it is a huge fucking thing. Like Japanese.
In Japan?
Well, no, but toilets are so much better over there. Apparently, like I guess I don't know if this is totally true, but supposedly they don't even use toilet paper with the toilets and the bidets and whatnot. It's
That's weird.
it's a cleaner. It's supposedly a
it's
cleaner thing
good.
and a modern thing. So whatever, So like, if that's what it is, I mean, it's talk about a weird kicker. Hey, I'm not going to play for you unless you have these weird particular shitters. Hey, I'll play for you if
So what
you-
does he do when he's on the road?
Touche.
Does he have to find a?
No, that's a fucking.
does he have to
no, that's
find
a
a
fucking
place
good twink. That's a good.
to go to?
You know
shit?
what? I think what it is he's probably like, I can only control so much, so why not at least have comfort at home?
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I mean, he can make do. Or, dude, I bet you these fucking 4 or 5 star hotels that these fucking
Yeah.
professionals stay that have bidets.
Some of them do, yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's got to be some with the little shitter cover things.
He can only stay at those hotels.
Yeah. He can only stay in the ones with the. I need my butt to feel a certain level of. So I don't know. It was a weird thing, So that's cool.
That's random. Whatever, man.
Yeah,
If it works, it works.
No, yeah. That's other news in baseball.
Yeah, there's nothing else I can think of.
No, all right. So
Let's,
let's close with the best fucking
yeah.
thing you saw this week.
For me, it actually goes with MLB. Is Eugenio Suarez had 4 homers in one game.
Not just one, not just 2, but 3, but 4 home runs.
It was
I mean,
insane.
that's
I watched it and it was a great game. But
the only thing better is a 4 home run cycle. That would be insane.
yeah,
A
that
single
would be
homer,
insane.
a 2 home run, a 3. I mean, a cycle is already hard enough, but
Yeah.
the home run cycle. I wonder if that's even been done.
I
That'll
don't
be an
think
interesting
so.
thing. I don't think so. That'll be cool. I mean,
That's
obviously
like
in games, that's game
insanely
stuff. No,
hard.
I know. I mean, a judge could do it, or something like
could.
that, But
Yeah.
it still takes so much.
Yeah, no, that was awesome. And he's now tied as the home run leader in the MLB.
Well, that'll do that. Just keep hitting 4 a game, I
Yeah,
mean,
man.
just
Might as well.
see a fastball, you swing, hit it out of the park, and then just repeat that. You know what I mean? Like as Happy
Every
Gilmore
time.
says, I should just try and do that every single time. Good plan.
It works.
You know?
Yeah, that,
Yeah,
so
no,
that
I-
was really cool.
In baseball, I never had a multiple home run game. I
didn't
only hit a couple.
Yeah.
I had a few bounce in on me. I had some cursed little bounces, little whores. But no, I had one. My first one was early on, and it was one where it's like it was either double A or triple A, and so it didn't have a totally closed field, but like it was just a large park, right? So it just
Yeah.
went to like the end of the
Yeah.
neighborhood and this fence. So easily whatever you wanted, 400 feet, plus. So if you just hit a good dinger,
You get a home run.
you can get a home run, right?
Yeah.
So that was a nice inside the park home run. Yeah, so that was nice,
Yeah.
I was a solid contact guy. I pulled my head too often, and also I just think it was harder as a lefty batter.
You're lefty?
Yeah, I'm lefty.
Shoot. Yeah.
So
That's probably
for whatever
true.
reason, So I also wasn't as committed back then with baseball, going all the time.
Yeah.
I wasn't a coach's son, that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
my mom was playing catch with me, which don't say anything, and if you are, you're sexist. But no, I'm just saying, they had a
Yeah.
lot more. When your dad is a coach and whatnot, you get more
You're more
opportunities.
into it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And you're
Exactly.
gonna go to the fucking batting cages more often. You're gonna do that, so yeah, whatever. I played sports more when I was younger for fun,
Yeah.
social development,
Yeah.
all those normal things.
I played baseball up until like middle school,
Yeah, I played until my freshman year of high school,
Nice.
and then I stopped.
and then I started playing basketball fully.
I didn't like being the old man on the team.
The whole man.
No, I was a freshman. And I
Really?
was the old man on the team because they were like 7th and 8th graders, and I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? And it was weird. It was just like, what it is. I'm in California, based on like when you're born, you can start early.
Yeah.
So I got to start early.
Mhm.
So I'm younger than most people in my grade.
Yeah.
So I was like in the younger
The younger
group.
grade.
Yeah, so I got fucked with these kids, and the last time I played, I got caught in a pickle in the championship game, going for home, because I was fucking pissed. All right, I hit this ball and it literally bounced on the top of the fucking fence and went boom and back down. So I just said, fuck it, I'm going. I'm committed. I don't give 2 fucks. I rounded third. I did not give a fuck.
Did you
I
like it?
I didn't. I got tagged out. But yeah, and ultimately we lost both those games and we got second. But
Bad.
no, we were the 73-9 Warriors.
Nice.
We dominated that because we were like a team of all the best, like young all-stars, and then
Yeah.
we had old people like me. So we were just fucking up all these fucking teams, right? I literally think like we were like 28-3 or something. Damn. It was
That's
just,
good. Shit. Hell yeah.
you know what I mean? It was just, and then, just didn't play after that. And then I was robotics in high school. Lacrosse my sophomore year though. Lefty attackman, baby. I was also now mind you, I went to a BYU lacrosse camp.
Yeah.
I won best lefty attackman. Got a new stick head and whatnot. And
Nice.
yeah. Bill and Joy were paying. My grandparents were paying for the bill, and I wanted to go to the U's, right? But they're like, "Oh no, since we're gonna have to drive you there, we're gonna have to pay. You're gonna go BYU." And I'm like, "Fuck," because that just sucks,
Oh,
dude. Well, this is sophomore year in high school, right? So I've been a Ute my whole life, so it would have sucked no matter what. But I had to go to a dance, and these people are not normal people.
You gotta go to a dance where?
At the camp, but you're there
Oh.
for a fucking week and shit,
Oh.
right? So
They had a dance at a
yeah,
lacrosse
and there
camp?
was like, because it's multiple sports are there
Oh,
at
okay.
different times, right? And so I danced with these girls that happened to like be in the same robotics things that I was, right? So like we found things to talk about, but
Yeah.
weird people, weird. The food was decentish. Also, so get this. So we're in the dorms, right? That's because we were.
Yeah.
And woke up to Casey and Sunshine, if I'm not mistaken, or no, I don't know if that's them, but come on, Arlene. Na, na,
Oh,
na.
that song.
Woke up every day.
No way.
BYU, love that, everything about it. But yeah, so somewhere in my history of keepsakes, I have a BYU shirt that I never wear.
Nice.
That is just proof
You
that
still
I
have it?
Oh yeah, somewhere it's in a
Why
keepsakes.
didn't you get rid of it?
It's a lacrosse thing.
Oh,
It says like lacrosse camp, right? So
memories.
yeah, it's just that, and I still have all my gear.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Get this though, the team I played for, we went 3-9.
That's rough.
6 of those losses came because of our coach.
Why?
So in lacrosse, your coach can get you penalties and make you lose men,
Really?
and our coaches were just these college players.
Oh shit.
So
That makes sense.
imagine me
Yeah.
coaching.
Yeah.
God damn it! What the fuck, you son of a bitch! I'm gonna fuck you! I remember the first game I started. It was third game of the season,
Uh-huh.
and we were playing Pleasanton, and we got down early on in the first or second, and it's I believe it's 5-on-5, if I'm not mistaken. We were, I think it's 6-on-6. Sorry. Either way, we were 3 men down.
Damn.
And it wasn't because
From penalties.
penalties. It was because the coach wouldn't shut the fuck up. Now, that next year, I didn't play on the team. I got more serious into robotics. They had new coaches. That team won state.
Damn.
It's not my fault.
It's a
No, I scored. I still remember the first goal I scored. We was a doubleheader at a tournament, and we were already. This is before I was starting, right? So we were already dominating, and I come in and he's like, "All right, don't try to run up the score, but just try, run the offense or whatever." But I saw a hole, so I fucking went for it. Okay. And I did, and as soon as I released, the next thing I know, I am parallel with the ground. I'm just sideways. Someone decked me good. The ball went in, and I think we won like 18-7 or something. It was the most points scored all season.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was lacrosse is a fun sport. It's a mix between like basketball, soccer, and hockey.
Nice.
And but with less pads than any of them, and more danger. I had a teammate just in practice was out for the whole season because of a collapsed lung because the ball just hit him.
Damn.
I mean, it's solid rubber
Yeah.
coming out of a thing, 100
Those
plus.
things are heavy.
No, so like goalies in hockey, right? Who cares?
Yeah.
right?
You got plenty of.
I will never goalie in lacrosse. You have no shin pads. You have no
Actually,
pads here.
That's
You wear a cup, and you have a slightly bigger, it looks like a fisher's net.
Yeah.
That's it. You have the same shoulder pads, same little wrist pads, same bullshit gloves and helmet.
And they're
Nothing
wearing
here,
shorts.
and just shorts.
Yeah.
I mean,
terrible.
the amount of ricochets and bounces, and I mean, somebody over there.
The welts on your freaking leg.
I would never be a goalie for lacrosse ever.
Yeah. That would suck.
Yeah, attack all the way, baby.
What was your best?
Yeah,
fucking
okay.
week?
To close on mine, it was a hard one for me this week. So, because I couldn't quite pinpoint one single thing, it's draft week. The process of all these players putting in their life's work, dedication, to be the 1% that gets drafted or whatever,
Yeah.
small
Yeah.
minutia. But it's not just them, right? It's their whole families. It's the parents or guardians or family members that also contributed, devoted their lives to making sure that these players got these opportunities. So it's just it's a heartwarming experience, and I never get tired. It's the same when you see walk-ons get the scholarships.
Yeah.
You will never get tired of seeing good things happen to good people. And I'm not saying every person that gets drafted is a good person, obviously, but when you work hard and you do things right, you should be rewarded. And the fact that ESPN was too busy looking at Shador's fucking highlights to take in Cam Ward being drafted.
Yeah, that was.
What the fuck is that? Okay, this isn't Nikola Jokic going 27th or some
It's a
bullshit
first
because
pick.
it's a Taco Bell.
Yeah.
He still takes that personally. Dude, beefy 5-layer. You know what I mean? Fuck yeah, dude. Either way, it's a win. You know what I mean? Hey, Jokic, you're that Taco Bell. Yeah. But no, it's a fucking insult. It's disappointing. It shows how bullshit again.
Yeah, that's
ESPN.
ridiculous.
We know ESPN sucks, but that's the type of shit. Why you're in it. We get into sports for the purity of it, for I don't want to say necessarily the romanticism of it, but kind of. It's the love of the game, and it does take sacrifice. At that level,
Sure.
It's more than a job. It is a full-on lifestyle, and at a very early age, and I know you know this, you don't get to have a normal life.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to make sacrifices
Dedication.
socially, academically. You have to be mature at a very, very immature age, and not everyone can handle it.
It's true.
I in middle school and early high school, I couldn't handle it. I maybe, looking back, hindsight 2020, I would do things differently, but I don't think at the time I was at the mental maturity
ready for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So, but no, it's, so I'm just, the draft is always a great experience, and the ones that don't get drafted, don't hang your head. You're still a hell of a player. There's
Yeah.
life after football, but there's plenty of opportunities. This is the best it's ever been. You could do the UFL. There's Canadian football. There's arena football. Shit, if you have eligibility, go back and play college.
Yeah.
But also you can coach. You can do plenty of other things. But the draft is just it's a cool experience. So
Yeah.
that's for me the best thing.
Sweet. I like that one.
Yeah.
I think those were good things of the week. Is there anything else you got?
No, other than fuck the Y. That's about it for me. Also fuck SC.
Dude does not like the Y.
No, and USC. Fuck
fair.
right off.
I don't like USC
You
either.
killed our conference just because you don't want to play us. Now you poach our players. Go fuck off. Ezra Officer, right? That forward we had in
Yeah.
basketball. Guess where he signed? As a
SC.
transfer. It's fucking goddamn C.
Damn.
I don't care. It's a totally new coach system, so that's
Yeah.
fine. But it's still. They stole Jerome Miles from us. They stole Aaron Dunn, that Spanish fork tackle from
Yeah.
us. All they do is see who we offer and then offer them and then pay more. Suck a dick. Fuck you.
Dude, Jackson Dart. He went to SC too.
Yeah, he spurned us, but
And then went to Ole Miss.
he spurned SC.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha. That's the best thing that ever happened for him. He would
Yeah.
he would not have been drafted had he stayed. Well,
No, I don't think so.
I mean drafted, yes. If you're a good quarterback at SC, he would have been a good quarterback just at SC, just statistically speaking.
Yeah.
You're going to get drafted, even if it's 5th, 7th round. Like what did Matt Barkley.
Oh.
Yeah, he had a good
Yeah.
career. Nothing, but he still went 5th, something like that.
Yeah.
So I could have seen that, but no, he would have. Him going to Ole Miss was the best thing that could have happened to him.
Yeah.
How about Eric Kajar? He's got more first-round picks as a high school quarterback or as a high school coach than I think. Fuck, I don't even know.
I don't know.
USC has since 2005.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
It's ridiculous. Free?
That's insane.
Don't sleep on Utah players. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the.
They're underrated. for
Absolutely. Per capita, it's one of the best states in terms of players to the pros.
Yeah.
Just because, obviously, we have a smaller population.
Sure.
Yeah, no, don't overlook Utah players.
Yeah. No, for sure.
But, yeah, that's all I've got.
I don't think there's anything else. I mean, there's not much going on
No.
right now.
Not
Other than
until
all that,
not
but-
until the round 1 finishes, and not
Yeah.
until the next race happens. So yeah,
Exactly.
nothing until next week, basically.
Yeah. Sweet. Well, this is a good episode. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know if you guys have any topics you want us to cover or just any suggestions. And subscribe. Follow us at Fuck It Sports on Instagram and TikTok. And we will see you guys next week.
Bucket Sports.
Peace.
Later.